And welcome back to MD Globe Muscle here at the Unrise Mirror Studio with me, your host, Giles Thomas. And we're joined all the way from Sheffield, Sir King Zack.
Yes, Giles, how are you?
How would you... I'm very good, mate. I'm fantastic. How would you like me to address you? Your Highness or Sir?
Just peasant will do.
Yeah. Right, mate. I've had a lot of requests to get you back on. So, you know, begrudgingly, I had to bring you back on. You know, I didn't really want to, you know?
No, it's all right. That's good. It's good to be wanted.
Yeah. So, mate, I mean, before we get on, because I want to talk about the Arnold Classic, there's other things I want to talk about, but I get asked a lot, like, what's Zack up to? And sometimes I know what you're up to, and sometimes I ain't got a freaking clue. So, how's life, mate?
Life is good, man. Everything's good. You know, like I said to you, you know, still training hard, still doing what I'm doing, still living the bodybuilding lifestyle. But you know how it is nowadays. Everybody's on social media and posting content all the time. And I just feel like, you know what? I'm only going to post content when I know I'm training hard and things are going good. I'm not going to just post content for the sake of posting, because I just don't think it's fair and it's right to bore people with a boring workout. You know, if you're going to post a workout, I'm old school. When Dorian came out with his blood and guts video, you wanted to fucking train when you watched it. And same way, so if I'm going to post that content of me training, I want to be training balls to the wall and make sure that people, when they watch it, they're thinking, you know what, I want to go to the fucking gym now and train, not just fucking flicking through the phone and thinking, oh yeah, that's good, oh okay, that's fine. You know what I mean? And that's what it seems like nowadays. It seems like everybody's so quick to put content out there, but what actually are they putting out there? Who are they motivating? You know? And are they reaching for certain goals? What are they doing? It's like, it seems like with, you know, social media, like, everybody's a superstar nowadays, you know what I mean? And which, if they can make money from it, awesome, good on you guys, you know? End of the day, if you got a following and the followers like that type of stuff, great. But I'm not just about that, you know what I mean? If I'm gonna post something, it has to be something decent, and it's something what's gonna stay there for a while, and people can watch it again and again and again and reuse it for motivation, you know?
Yeah. Mate, in the gym yesterday, I saw a guy doing leg press, and I walked past behind him, and he was checking his Instagram stories as he was doing the reps.
Yeah, I see that all the time, Pat. It's like we're living in a new generation now. I think, you know what, fucking mobile phones should be banned in the gym.
Yes.
If you can't live without your mobile phone for 1 hour working out, I'm sorry, there's something fucking wrong. I leave my phone in my car, simple. If I have to take my phone into the gym, it's on airplane mode, and, you know, to listen to music, fair enough. But I don't even use it for that, because it's that 1 hour for me, and it's my time to put myself out from the world, from what I've been doing. If I'm having a stressful day, it's my time to, you know, de-stress, use the iron, use the weights, and, you know, get that aggression out. Because if I don't get that aggression out in the gym, then it's going to come out at the wrong time, and I'll probably end up smashing someone's head in. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's better, better the iron. You know what I mean?
I think the reason why your training content is so well received, it's because it reminds me of Ronnie Coleman, in that you really, really are. You can see that you're really enjoying yourself. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You love it.
And that you know, people have to come away with that feeling, or you know, people aren't stupid. If you're not getting that vibe from there, you know, like, how many training clips have you seen from people, and you're just thinking to yourself, like, why bother? Okay, you're lifting heavy weights, so, you know, like, bodybuilders have become now like powerlifters, where they feel like they have to train like powerlifters to get them lights, thinking, oh my God, you're deadlifting 8 plates, wow, fucking strong. But you know, you really think about it, if you came across a powerlifter, it'll be a different story.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They're throwing away some fucking stupid weights. So, you know, bodybuilders have become like powerlifters, where they, you know, they're thinking, everybody thinks that they need to throw heavy fucking weights around, and that's the problem. Is like, that's what's gonna destroy your physique. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't get me wrong, it's like Ronnie Coleman, thank you for your, the videos and the motivations and everything, but is it necessary to do 1 or 2 reps on something nowadays as a bodybuilder? And perfect example is, you look at the Olympia and, you got Hadi, he's got decent strength. He's not the strongest person on that lineup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The people who are the strongest people in the Olympia lineup, who were they? I'm trying to think now. But I can't even think of them being placed in the top 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what does that say about bodybuilding? Nobody asks these competitors how much they bench press on stage. You know what I mean? Nobody asks, Derek Lunsford, how much he bench presses, how much he squats, how much he deadlifts. Nobody asks him that. He's second in the fucking world. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. We need to get away from training our egos and training them for likes, like what people want to see. And, great, it's all right going heavy once in a while. But, if you get stuck in that trap where you need to put out content where you're lifting heavy all the time and that's your go-to, you know what I mean? And you become that bodybuilder, you're like fucking the one who's lifting heavy weights all the time. When you start lifting normal weights, people are going to be like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you so weak? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then you got that pressure on yourself to lift heavy all the time. You know what I mean? It's like, and I believe, a lot of, with bodybuilding as well, is a lot of problem physiques have gone worse, not better, is due to the fact people are training like bodybuilders. Don't get me wrong. There's a place for powerlifting movements. You know what I mean? But then you have to chisel that physique. You got to isolate them muscles. You know what I mean? And if you're doing like 8 plates deadlift, all your back, all your legs, all your shoulders, everything's taking that weight load. So when you're going lighter and you try to isolate a certain back part, your body is not programmed to do that. So it uses all that back to do it. So, just to isolate your lower lat or something, your brain won't allow you to do that straight away because it's so used to you lifting these fucking heavy loads and all your body is helping you to assist to move that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just talking shit. I don't know.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, you said that. I mean, when I came to film you last year, you were like really talking in between sets about, look, you've benched what, 6 plates for reps?
Yeah, I've done for a couple of reps. Maybe,
yeah, but like now you were saying like it's about pre-exhaust. I mean, you were using decent weight and everything, but your form was a lot better. And I think probably that's, you've been training, 25 years? That's how you avoided probably, and you're still going and still training hard.
Yeah, the only injury I've got this year's one was from a fucking, like I said to you, lifting stupid heavy weights up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's one of them things. It's like I said, you never know what's around the corner, and and people sometimes say to me, "Oh, fucking hell, that weight's too light for you," but you don't realize how long it's taken me to make that weight look light. It's not that it's light; it's that I make it look light to you.
Yeah.
With 1 plate, 2 plates, whatever, I can feel every ounce of my chest fucking contracting and feeling that weight. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, fuck me, that's too fucking light. It might look light when I'm doing it, but it's not fucking light. I'm using everything in my chest to do that. You know what I mean? And that's the difference when it comes to bodybuilding. It's like, you know what I mean? It's stimulation, not annihilation, like Lee Haney said, or Lee Labrada said, you know what I mean? One of them, And like I said, there's time to go heavy, there's time to go moderate, and there's time to go light. You got different phases, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you need to know your body, when's the time to back off weight and give your joints a rest, you know what I mean? That's something nobody can tell you. No program can say to you, 3 months of heavy training, 3 months of moderate training, 3 months of light training, isolation, whatever. It doesn't work that way. There's not a time and a date when automatically your body's going to say, oh, it's time to switch now. You have to know. And this is where no guru, no trainer, no prep coach can tell you this.
I remember it was probably a couple of years ago, and you were talking about just your approach to training and diet, and you went, I eat when I'm hungry. I'm not forcing myself anymore. I'm not training stupid heavy. And now I've started back training. I'm only eating 4 meals a day and I'm growing. I'm getting bigger because I don't panic now when I get 3 hours I need to eat. And it was what you said is at the back of my mind saying, you know, you don't need to train stupid heavy and force the food, you know?
Tell me something. Look at it this way, all right? So you eat your breakfast there, you know what I mean? And you haven't got a timer on you know, you haven't got your timer on to say, I'm going to eat in 2 or 3 hours, you know what I'm saying? So basically, you're eating your first meal, then 2 hours later you're eating your next meal, you're pushing it down. 3 hours later again, or 2 hours later you're eating the third meal, pushing it down. Again, you're pushing it down. So you tell me exactly how much time are you giving your body to digest everything? Basically, half of that nutrition you're shitting out.
Yeah.
You're basically forcing everything to go down your body, push it down, because the next meal's coming in now. The next meal's coming in. So you know what I mean? It's like one of them fucking one of them girls who you meet in a club and says, "Oh, I've never done this before," and she can gobble 10 cocks at the same time. You know what I mean?
Hey, mate, I got to tell you, one of the staff in Tesco's thinks I've got Tourette's because I was going around late after the gym. I went in there late and I started saying booty hose. Because it's like, because remember you came in, you went booty hose, and I kind of sometimes just say it and I think they think I've got Tourette's, mate. Seriously.
You know, like I always say to people, listen, eat a fucking meal, give it time to digest.
Yeah.
Digest every ounce of nutrition in that meal, what you've eaten. It's better than you forcing yourself to eat the next meal. You're not ready for it, and you're pushing half of that nutrient out. And you're shitting it out. Isn't it better to get 90% digestion from 100% of a meal than to get fucking 60% of it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I've seen you eat as well. You don't eat. I mean, when we went to Nando's, and I think I ate more than you. And I was like, and you were like colossal. I mean, really like over 300 at the time. And I was like, and you went, no, that's enough for me.
And the thing about it is, it's like, I suggest everybody to start off on 3 meals. Start off 3 meals first. Start off on 3 meals for a month and see how much your weight actually drops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, it will not drop.
Yeah.
And there'll be a point it will drop for a bit, but then it'll start going back up because you're digesting all that meal. And once you start digesting them 3 meals properly, then you'll say to yourself, fuck me, I'm still hungry. So when you're still hungry, you think to yourself, okay, them 3 meals now, instead of having 30 grams of carbs or 30 grams of protein per meal, I'll up the protein by 5 grams, the carbs by 5 grams. So until you reach 3 meals at 50 grams protein and 50 gram carbs, then you say to yourself, okay, it's time to add a shake in somewhere, you know what I mean, at first. And then once you add a shake in and you see how you feel, like after your workout or something, and then you say to yourself, okay, a shake's not doing it anymore. I'm still feeling hungry. So then what you do is you split them 3 meals into 4 meals. So they will go down in size again.
Yeah.
And when they're down in size again now, like to, 25 grams protein and 25 grams carbs each, and then you eat them 4 times a day, then you could say to yourself, I'm still hungry. So you up the carbs and the protein in each meal.
Yeah.
So the meals get bigger. You know what I mean? So basically, you're doing it in stages, and you know at what point your body's saying, I can't do no more. So when you can't do no more, then you can back off a bit then. Then you know exactly where you're at. Because you get some people, and what they'll do, he goes, oh, I want to be 300 pounds. And they go from eating 4 meals a day to eating 8 meals a day. And then after 2 weeks of it, they're sick of it.
Yeah.
You know?
So,
And that's the thing, you know what I mean? So they'll force themselves to eat fucking that much food for a couple of weeks, thinking, and then after, like, for a couple of weeks, your body can handle it. Then it can't. Then everything you're eating, you feel sick, and you can't eat your normal meals no more, and you're going backwards instead of forward. So it took you 2 weeks to eat all the meal. Then it takes you a month to get it back right again.
Jay Cutler quite recently said he thinks, looking back on his career, he says one of the most dangerous things athletes can do is overeat. He thinks that can cause more damage than all the other elements of being a bodybuilder.
Yeah. listen to your fucking body. There was times when, when I first started training, and I used to say to my training partner, Paul, at the time, I used to say, fuck me, I'm fed up of eating, man. I can't eat.
Yeah.
When it comes to the weekend, man, I'm just having 2 or 3 meals because I'm sick of eating. And then he goes to me, well, start reducing your food, and you know what I mean, and what's it now, and or add some cardio in or something, and to just speed up your metabolism and stuff. Do it, but then you keep on making the same mistakes again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not a good way to do it, because you're basically just jump starting again, and you're not working with your body. You're working against your body. You know, and then that's why we got a problem where a lot of people have got gut issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
the reason they eat way too much food and they're not digesting the whole fucking food. You tell me something, If somebody's been, some guy's eating 6 meals a day or 7 meals a day, and he's eating 5,500 calories, and then when he competes next time, and he's basically hasn't put no ounce of muscle on stage, like, weight wise. They like to say weight wise, innit? So imagine the way what's sitting down, 240 pounds. You know what I mean? And they've fucking been stuffing themselves with 8 meals, and they go on stage again and they're weighing 242, and you're suffering for 2 pounds. And then you ask yourself, really, have you put 2 pounds of muscle on, or are you holding 2 pounds of fluid more?
Yeah.
Who can say if you put more muscle on or not? I've known guys like Phil Heath said, from his first Olympia to his last Olympia, he was only 9 pound difference. Wow,
that's crazy, isn't it? Crazy. Some guys get better coming in lighter.
Yeah.
You know
what I mean? Like, just putting that little bit of muscle in and coming that same way, you're going to be tighter, you're going to be better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. And I think too many people are too caught up in how much they're going to weigh on stage. And that's the wrong thing to be. If a lot of the bodybuilders didn't worry about a weighing scale and they worried about how they looked, they would be a lot better.
Remember how you looked at 258 at the British, 2009? Because I remember speaking to Neil, and he says, from the Welsh, and he said, because you were 280 there, 279.4 you were, 127 kilo you weighed in. And he said, how much do you think he's got to get off? And I went, 12 to 14. You got 22 off, and you looked insane.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I didn't even know how much I weighed.
Didn't you?
Know what I mean?
I remember because your head looked really small. I've never seen your head looking so tiny.
Fucking look like a fucking skull, innit?
Right. You touched on the Olympia there. What was your overall kind of feeling on the Olympia?
I think it was a bit, like I said to you, the right person won.
Yep.
But what the shit thing about it is, yourself, when you are a champion the previous year, everybody should get a chance to knock the champion off. And I felt that they kept Ramy on one side and didn't allow him to pause next to the people who should have beaten him.
Right.
You know what?
Okay.
They didn't give him enough chances to pause with Hadi, Nick, Derek, Samson. Like, you know what I mean? And because after the prejudging, everybody was like, oh yeah, Ramy's won because they haven't.
He's so dominant, they've just put him to the side and they're judging everybody else. No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
And you know what? That's bullshit because, because you would think that, wouldn't you? Normally, everybody thought that. Then afterwards, they're like, oh, no, I knew that. And they're going back on their words, and I'm thinking, okay, now,
I think he knew, though, because I was there. I was sitting in the second row, and you could see he was, as the judging was going on, he was mentally deflating. You could see he was he looked gutted. I thought he was going to start crying.
I know how it feels when you don't get a call out.
Yeah.
Anybody that knows, if you don't get a fucking call out, you know how it feels. Listen, in the previous years, Phil got a chance to pause and lose his title properly. Everybody got a chance to lose their title honorably. Ronnie Coleman did the same. Jay Cutler happened to the same. He got knocked down. They paused him with everybody so you could fucking see. Do you know what I mean? And compare it. It's like, I don't understand how you can have a reigning champion not be compared to the guys in the top 5 and not be put in your position. Like, put him in the middle first, compare him with Hadi, Derek first, and they say, okay, you know what? They're better than him. So move him to the outside now. So start bringing the people in, start moving him to the edge. Then everybody would have known he is in fucking fifth place.
Do you think maybe it's because like the head judge Steve Weinberger just said, okay, I can see he's clearly off. Let's just get him out of the way and let's decide the other guys.
It's not a matter about whether the head judge can see him. This is a spectator sport.
Right.
What I can see, not everybody else can see. So everybody else couldn't see that. Even the critics couldn't see that who were commenting on the show. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So how can you? I just think it's wrong. You know what I mean? That's wrong because they should have allowed a fair judgment. And you know what I mean? Every previous Mr. Olympia who's lost their title have lost it honorably. Not, like this, shoving him to the side like, we don't even care about this person now. You know what I'm saying? These are what we care. These are the young bloods, new bloods. We want them in. You know what I'm saying? Like I said to you, all they had to do was put him in middle, put the other guys next to him, saying, you know what, Ramy, you don't look good as Hadi and Derek. Let's start moving him to the edge until he got in his position. Everybody would have said, yeah, the judges did their job fucking right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what do you think? I mean, obviously, that because as soon as he came out, I could see the triceps, the inner calf, the lower lats. There was something going on in his physique. What was your take?
The problem you've got is this. I'm going to tell you straight, Giles. Social media is a fuck up with these type of situations, and it influences the judges a lot. Whether you like it or not, it influences judges judging a lot. In
How?
Way.
How?
I'm going to tell you now. Simple.
Okay.
You just spoke too soon. You remember,
Yeah.
You remember Phil, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Bubble gut. Everybody started talking about bubble gut. It's like a kid in the playground here saying to somebody, "Oh, he's got a big nose," and he just and the kid nose might not even be that big, but everybody's like, "Oh, yeah, he's got a big nose." Everybody's saying, "You're a big nose wanker. You got a big nose. You got a big nose," and it's in everybody's mind. So you put something out on social media. I could put something out on social media tomorrow, about a bodybuilder, and I could say, "Oh, he's got fucking." He's torn his fucking tricep. He might not even torn his tricep. And you make up a story, and concoction, what's happened. And everybody's in my mind, everybody will be saying, oh yeah, he's torn his tricep. He's torn his tricep. Coming into a show, he's torn his fucking tricep. So what happens is, you're telling me the judges don't go on social media and don't look at this?
Do you think that plays a part, really?
Yes, I think he plays a big fucking part.
Wow, okay, I've never, okay.
Yeah, I think it plays a big part because then, when you see something, you can't unsee it. It's like you're looking for people's faults. You know what I mean? So everything on Ramy could be amazing, but then you're like, oh yeah, fucking always talking about his quads and dents in there. Oh, his lower back is a bit like this. Oh, his triceps a bit like that. So you're looking for excuses to look for faults in people. Do you know what I mean? It's like same with Chris Bumstead. He tore his bicep. Everybody knew before the show he tore his bicep. But you know what? But basically, he was so dominant.
He was.
He's never had good arms. So it didn't matter about that. But if he tore something else, like his lat, and threw his physique out of proportion, then it would have been different. Or tore his pec or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever. But he didn't, having that bicep injury, didn't throw his physique off anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? And the problem is also you've got is like this. You're telling me, after prejudging, them judges didn't go back and had a meal together and sat down together and talked about the prejudging. So imagine me and you have been judging a show, then I go back to you and I say, what do you think, pal? I'll put Ramy here. And you're like, oh, I'll put him there. Then everybody's having their fucking chat and they say, okay, I think, yeah, he does deserve that now. So you've all talked to each other and you're on the same you're on the same storyline now thinking, oh, yeah, I've got Hadi winning. Yeah, okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what, I mean, obviously, go on.
You tell me, what other sport do you have, where the judges will go back and we would talk to each other?
Well, they do whilst they're judging. They do confer.
But even after the pre-judging.
Right. Well,
they're still going to talk to each other, aren't they?
Yeah.
So there you go. So at the end of the day, I'm not saying Ramy should have won. All I'm saying, he should have had a fair chance to be put in 5th place, like anybody, like with Jay Cutler, when Ronnie Coleman, Phil Heath, they got a fair chance. We knew Phil was going to come second that year. We knew Jay wasn't going to win that year. We knew Ronnie was going to come in that place that year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We knew. But with Ramy, we didn't have a fucking clue.
Dennis James said, like 2 weeks out, he said he really was quite shocked, obviously implying that something went kind of wrong in that last week, and he posted the videos of 2 weeks out, and he said, I thought Ramy looked great. I mean, you could see, I saw a couple of videos, and you could see the calves had gone. But do you think he can rectify these issues? Because he's going into the Arnold Classic. He's just announced it. I was pretty shocked by that. I don't know how you feel. But leading on to the Arnold Classic now, what do you think he can do to kind of claw it back? Can he?
Well, like I said to you, it all matters. What's it now? I think he should come in bigger. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I think he should come in bigger. I think he came in too light. He was lean for too long, and he lost the muscle tissue. So this rebound effect might do him good, and I hope it does do him good, and I hope he does get a better fucking chance, to be placed where he should be placed. Yeah. And saying that, there's only like 10 people in the Arnold, is there, something like that. Yeah, and there should be no rushing about for them, and there should be no late pre-judging for them.
I think some people really suffered, like Ramy. I think maybe there's the odd guy that really suffered by going on that late. Other guys, maybe the smaller guys, maybe like it didn't affect them as much, but the big guys it seemed to really affect.
I just think people who are not big eaters, they're fine. They don't need to keep consuming food, after a certain time, and they look fine. Yeah. Then you got some guys who are used to eating 2 hours.
Yeah.
And people who suffered and came in flat or spilled over or something happened. Like if you're going on stage 4 hours late, it's a fucking long time. Yeah. And then you're talking about the health of the sport. Men's bodybuilding should be first priority of health. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They're taking the most drugs. Get them on stage, get them off, let them get hydrated again, and see you later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. It's like way too many competitors were at the Olympia. You know what I mean? Way too many. And I just think it wasn't necessary. Being the best in the world, you only need 15, 16 people.
One question I want to quickly throw at you. There's obviously you've got Derek and Hadi X212, Bonac X212, Shaun Clarida now jumping in the Arnold. He's won an open show. What do you think this means now for the 212 class with all these guys jumping ship and also getting more prize money?
I think it just means that the fucking bigger guys need to come in condition now.
Yeah.
Because the smaller guys are fucking coming sharp, and they're beating the big guys on condition.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, and I think it's a good thing because now it's going to stop bigger guys coming in too fucking big and heavy for the show, and they need to think to themselves, I don't want to get beaten by that small guy because he looks fucking cut and he's gonna fucking look good. You know what I'm saying? It's an illusion. I mean,
if you get a call out with Andrew Jacked and Shaun Clarida, and Shaun Clarida's on, I mean, he's going to beat him, isn't he?
Exactly. You know what I mean? The thing about it is, so he's got to be on. And with Andrew Jacked, he will look amazing from the front, and he'll beat Shaun Clarida from the front. But as soon as he start turning to the side and the back, fucking
yeah.
And people are saying like, oh, he's too small, he's giving away too much weight. Well, if he is giving away too much weight, then you best come in and fucking condition.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So don't play the fucking size game then. There's no reason for you to come in too heavy. If anybody doesn't come in condition for the Arnold, they're getting beaten by Shaun. Simple. Because he's going to come on fucking point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did you hear Kamal saying he's not doing 212 anymore? He's going to do opening all the shows because he looks better at 220, and he does hold his legs better at 220 because when he goes to 212, he seems to lose the sweep. And he's also going to do the Masters Olympia. What do you think about that, not doing 212 anymore?
I think to myself, he's won that title.
Yeah.
And what has he got to lose? And if he does come in second or third or wins a fucking pro show, good money for him. Better than the 212 shows. So why not? You know, good on him. And then if he is entering shows and these bigger guys there, they're gonna realize like they need to be in shape. So the 212 guys are basically gonna be saying like, you know, nobody wants to get beaten by a smaller guy, do they? So for the ego, let's be honest, innit? So it's good. It's a good thing, I think. You know what I mean? And people saying, oh, they should get rid of the 212 class. No, not really. Leave the 212 class there because there's people in that class who aren't confident in entering the open. But if it's giving some competitors the courage and the confidence to jump in the open class, come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, you got Kamal that said, look, I just don't want to get down. I struggle to get down to 212 now. He says, I've put that much size on. He says, and I prefer how I look at 220. But someone like Shaun Clarida, he's like 178. He's not having to... So why do you think he's jumping in these open shows?
I think to myself with him, he's just looking at it as a challenge.
Yeah,
you know what?
Yeah.
It's a challenge, isn't it? Think about it. He's thinking to himself, you know what? If I can win a couple of open shows and you're a bodybuilder, you're a businessman, why wouldn't you fucking enter a couple of fucking shows and make some money for your family? Because this sport's not going to be there forever, is it? You know, everybody's complaining, oh, the prize money isn't good in bodybuilding. Fucking hell. The Arnold was there before, and then they had to raise the prize money, and then basically there's still competitors saying they don't want to enter it. Like, really, the way I see it is, if you got serious health problems after the Olympia and your blood work is whack, I totally understand you're missing it. You know what I mean? Then I can understand. But if everything's okay, but you're just missing it because you can't be asked, then you know what? The bigger the fool you are, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, trust me, you know, if you're in that fucking top 10 Mr. Olympia, you'd be stupid not to enter the Arnold Classic.
Were you happy for Samson being the highest placed Brit at the Olympia since Dorian Yates in the Open?
Awesome, mate. Awesome. Mate.
Brilliant, wasn't it?
Like I said to you, he's such a nice guy, and he deserves it more than anyone, you know what I mean? And I'm happy for him. He's getting the recognition he deserves now, you know what I mean? And like I said to you, he can only get better, you know what I mean? And like I said, what's it now? Just do everything right and don't rush it, mate. You've got more than enough size. All you just need is etching away on the right. You just need to put size on the right areas, and that's it. It's not. You don't need to put size everywhere. You know what I mean?
When he won the Prague in November 2021, he was 270 on stage. 4 months later at the Arnold Classic, when he got fourth, he was 280. He weighed in depleted 294 point something. I mean, Samson is making serious progress now, you know, and he's still managing to keep those aesthetics.
Yeah. And like I said to you, it all comes down to, like I said to you, for Samson will be like, he's getting better and better. It's all about, can you stay healthy with it? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like putting weight that quick, you know yourself, is not good.
I asked him and Milos, and I said, like, because when I heard he was doing the Arnold Classic, I was like, whoa. I says, you know, are you feeling good? Are you feeling fresh? And he always says, like, yeah, I feel great. And I'm thinking, you know, is this too many shows? But Milos is kind of the opposite. He's like, no, you should just keep competing, improving, and just, you know, just go 100 miles an hour all the way.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He's got a coach who's done a lot of shows there.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah. So he's done a loads of shows, and so he's with the best coach for that. You know what I mean? If he wants to do a lot of shows, learn from his protocols and how he's, because he's still around now and he still looks fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I just think everybody's different. There's competitors out there who can't handle that shit, and there's competitors who can. And at the end of the day, it should be down to your decision. And you know your body better than anybody to know, am I willing to put my body through this stress? You know what I mean? Because you know yourself, with the more shows you do a year, when are you actually coming off anything?
I want to talk about the Masters Olympia. I mean, I don't know your exact age, but you know, not when the Masters Olympia wasn't announced, you didn't think, oh, that's interesting.
Like I said to you, they said the age is 45, isn't it?
Yeah, and you're only 28, so.
Yeah, I'm 21.
I've known you since you were minus 20.
So like I said, there's a few years for me to go for that age. You know
Right.
what I'm
Okay. I'm just trying to work out when I met you and your age then, and I'm just trying to add it up in my head.
Yeah. So I've got a couple of years left for that. You know what I mean? So if it was 40, it would have been fucking perfect.
Well, bikini's 40, so you could jump over and do that.
Oh, I might have put my mankini on. You know what I mean?
Borat.
I might just let my ball hang out on the side.
Yes. Also, oh no! You just give me a flashback to something you said when you were in the studio that time, and I won't say it because the lady's present. Also, I've got a bone to pick with you, mate.
Oh, fuck's sake, what's that?
You've completely corrupted my girlfriend Lauren because she's addicted to your Instagram stories, mate. She was so sweet and innocent when I met her, and now I can't believe the things she comes out with and the things she finds funny, and I blame you.
Listen, I can only bring out the freakiness in people. It was already there, Giles. It was already there.
Damn it. I do look sometimes. I've seen some. I mean, I won't even go into detail. But where do you find all that stuff? Me. It's me. I send it to you.
Sunday is the best day.
Sunday's the best day, apparently. So see, I told you. I'm not lying.
Oh, that's good then. See, the problem is, once my stories get popular, then I get banned. So I have to stop. You know what I mean? Yeah. Get banned, yeah. You know what I mean? But honest to God, you know what? I've got a bone to pick with fucking Instagram.
Why? Again?
I was scrolling through Instagram today. I'm gonna send you that page over.
Okay.
And this girl, she had a fucking bikini size fucking. You know you're using your fucking teeth to floss, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she had that wedged up her fucking crack in the middle. She may as well not even had it on. And that was there with fucking over 500 comments.
Wow.
From pussy boys saying
499 from Zack.
from pussy boys commenting on this picture saying, "Oh my God, I'd love to eat your small Mac." I mean, that ain't fucking small.
Small Mac.
That's fucking a Big Mac. That can eat your fucking arm up. Small Mac.
Small Mac. I've never heard that one, mate.
Fucking hell. Mate, I could not believe it, and it pissed me right off on a Sunday as well.
So you were following this lady, just to make it clear. So you're already following her.
I swear to God, I'm not following her because what happens is
okay.
On the Explorer feed,
that old chestnut.
You can check.
Yeah.
On the Explorer feed, you get random people what pictures they like from your followers come up. So that shit was coming up, and I was like, have I just seen that?
That old chestnut. Yeah. So anyway, So I said that anyway. Yeah. So back to the Arnold Classic. I mean, what was your feelings when when the lineup came out and there was only like 6-7 guys, and then Arnold bumped up the prize money? So what's your feelings on that?
My feeling is it was a joke, isn't it? You know what I mean? And I think to myself, a big show like the Arnold. Yeah. They should do it in July time or something.
Yeah, well, I suppose it was unusual because the Olympia was December rather than September. Because it wasn't ideal, was it?
Yeah, maybe like work. These show promoters need to work with one another. Like that. Like the MPC and stuff like that. They need to work with one another and say to them, "Listen, I've got the Olympia's on this day, and what about another show this time? Well, the smaller shows doesn't matter. Before the Olympia." If there's sometimes you have 4 shows in a row every fucking weekend, and then you don't have no shows for a couple of months. Like, what the fuck's going on? Do you know what I mean? There should be more. There should be a team where was looking at these shows in America, around the world, and making sure that everybody's getting a fair chance and not 2 shows happening on the same fucking weekend. So people are having to fucking only report a certain show. You know what I mean? And that's the problem I've got. It's like, you would think there would be a certain fucking calendar, and then all of the shows would be spread out nicely for everybody.
Because it used to be like, there was like the February, March season, then May season, and then a couple of shows started appearing in August, then the Olympia was September, then it was the Grand Prix tour, and then it was shut down until the Ironman or the Arnold.
Yeah, it's like you got January and February dead, yeah? Then you got March starting with the Arnold, and then you got April. I don't think there's no show in April. Then you got May, the New York Pro and everything, and then you've got the Texas and
Tampa,
the Florida and stuff like
Tampa.
And then you got all these weird shows happening at mid-time, and then all of a sudden, before the Olympia, there's about 6 shows in fucking Europe and everything, and after the Olympia, it's like, it make no sense. You know what I mean? And then you've got some shows there, and there's hardly no competitors competing in them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think to myself, like, yeah, it should be like this with the MPC, yeah, worldwide, whatever they call it now. They should basically put on shows where they think it's necessary and have a team in that country running the shows for them. So nobody is having to pay sanction fees. Okay. So that way promoters of these shows there aren't losing out nothing. You're organizing the shows, you're putting on the shows. If there's not enough shows, it's the MPC's fault, not people's fault, because some people are thinking, you know what, it's not a good business idea for us to put a show on for us to lose money. Okay. Do you know what I mean? You've got Jake Woods. He's got the Wings of Strength shows. Yeah. His stuff goes to Romania, goes to Arizona, and goes to these places and sets it all up himself. Yeah. And they put the money on whatever they need to. You know? So why shouldn't they do it? So, you know, if there isn't enough show, whose fault is it? Okay. You know what I mean? And then they're saying like, oh, you got so much sanction fees to pay, and then, you know, and the problem is then you not got people there who don't compete in that show, and they're giving good prize money away, and the year after the show's been cancelled because it's not profitable for me. Like the Boston show last year was great. Yeah. This year it's not there.
I know. I wonder about that because they put everything into that show and it was fantastic. And then the Egypt show, the KO Squad one, that happened and it was a big, you know, and I was like, oh, definitely doing it next year.
So what does that tell you? That tells you the structure of the MPC, the way they're doing shows is wrong.
Right, okay. So
you know what I mean? It's like this, don't you think they're big enough? Don't you think they can employ enough people in different countries to work for them and to put these shows on? You tell me. Yeah. You know, and then there's no need for sanction fees. Okay. Well, then, you know, they should think to themselves, we've had X amount of shows last year. How many of the shows have got cancelled last year? So the ones what have got cancelled, we will make up for them shows. But the ones what are still doing well, and they've got promoters doing a good job with them, we'll keep them there. You know what I mean? So what we'll do is we'll help people, and we'll help people put on these shows and build them up to a level where they are becoming profitable, and then they can take over, and then they can give us sanction fees for the shows and what we need to do.
That's interesting. I've never considered that.
Do you know what I mean? And this is the problem we've got. He's like me. Listen, I've got a federation, yeah, called Tom, Dick, and Harry, yeah, and the world champion of Tom, Dick, and Harry, yeah, booty slapping competition is in Las Vegas. Yeah. So it's in Las Vegas. So what happens is
first place that can.
So basically, what happens is you got to look at how many competitors, how many shows were there last year in America. Yeah. What did well? So if there's only 4 shows did well, we keep them 4 shows there. Let's not add no more new ones in now. Let's look at different areas to add them in now. Yeah. In them different areas, we'll take a gamble and we'll say to ourselves, where are most of our competitors from? Where are the most people willing to compete? Let's get this database out and look at where these people are. Let's send them a mailing list and say, Mr. Competitor, wherever, we're putting on a new show in Alaska. Are you willing to get fucking your Willy Warmer out and come out here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And see people beginning of the year were interested in the show. Then you say to yourself, we got 50 people interested. That's more than enough. Let's start promoting it now. Let's put the show in Alaska. We'll get the staff there, everything there, the venue, and we'll have these people working at the show. Let's see how it does the first year. After that first year, the person who takes in charge of that organization, running of it, everything, said to him, listen, if this show does well this year, we'll allow you to take over next year. You'll have the full, responsibility to do it how you want to do it. We'll give you that helping hand.
But then the risk is on them, isn't it? Not the promoters, because the promoters actually have a foothold. They're connected in that country. I mean, I suppose it goes for your argument with, it's like Jake going to Romania. I mean, Alina's from Romania, but
or as simple as this. Listen, if I was Jim Mannion, I'll be saying, listen, all of you fuckers are from Las Vegas or whatever. You're entering this qualifier, so don't be going to these other qualifiers. That's your area qualifier. You need to enter your area qualifier. So then that way, them shows are going to get competitors in. So that way, they can say to the promoter, you have definitely got X amount of people entering your show, because we've told these people they have to enter your region state show. Simple.
Okay.
Then that way, you're not getting shows where there's 5 competitors in a lineup, which there is sometimes, isn't there?
Yeah. Some of them, like some of the 212s or whatever, shows like that, So I've seen it.
And then people are looking for that easy show to enter and to get to the Olympias. You know what I mean? Just for that. And listen, nothing wrong with that. But the problem is that show's only going to last 1 year now, and it's going to be gone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I just think to myself, like, the NPC needs to be looking at the bigger picture and thinking about there's too many shows dropping out and new ones coming in. And they need to be thinking about consistency. It's not, if they're saying there's too many people are saying there's too many competitors in the Olympia, and now they're saying you got to win a show. But then if you only want a certain amount of people entering the Olympia, then put less shows.
Yeah.
And spread them out nicely. Do you know what I mean? That's the only way to solve it, isn't it?
What was your feeling on, the amount of competitors and so, like, say, nearly 60 guys in the Classic, and the decision they took to get rid of the point system, because obviously that is going to help bring the numbers down, isn't it? Slightly.
Yeah, by 1 or 2.
Yeah, I suppose 3 at the maximum, isn't it? Is it 3? 3 in each category?
So what difference does that make then?
Yeah. What do you think they need to do then? Because, Classic is kind of a victim of its own success in a way.
Yeah, but the thing is, if the shows are getting too big for how many days, then there needs to be more days.
3 day?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
What else is there?
I know. The Olympia was long. It was a lot. There was obviously a lot of categories. You had wellness now, and there was a lot of competitors. But it was, it was long. And by the time the open guys came on, the pre-show on the Friday, just before the open guys came out, I was out of energy. I was done. And then the open guys came out, and then it got exciting again. Everyone the energy came back up again.
Yeah, but the thing also is, what I found and I noticed is, like, when they're calling people out on stage to give the awards out, they took 10 hours to come on stage.
Yeah.
It's like, they fell asleep as well. So that consumed more time.
Well, I suppose there's things they could do to speed it up, I suppose.
I'm not saying what I'm saying is right. All I'm saying is it's an idea. And if you want less people, it's the pinnacle of fucking bodybuilding. There shouldn't have to be 35 people in that lineup.
Was it the year you won the British, when by the time because that's when the super heavyweights used to come on last? And I remember was it that year, your year, 2009, when they did very few call-outs? And it was a big lineup. There was like 20 guys. I'm sure it was yours, or maybe 2010 when Alvin did it. Alvin won.
Yeah,
they were rushing it.
Yeah, we was on at 10 o'clock at night. But at least we knew we was on that time.
Yeah. I suppose, yeah.
We always knew. the heavyweights are going to be on after 9 o'clock, you know what I mean? That type of thing. But these guys didn't know that, did they? You know what I mean? I just think, listen, you got guys there who are entering more than one show. So if they're entering more than one show, great. But the thing about it is you need to have the numbers down. And the only way you're going to get them down is not by just taking away the point system. It's having the right amount of shows for the Olympia for it to be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Half of the people are not even getting a look in, and nobody will ever know that they were on the Olympia stage. If you're going to have 35 people in a lineup, you got to give them 35 people a chance to pose and showcase their physiques, because they fucking hated for it. They put their life on the line. You know what I mean? They put their health on the line.
Yeah.
And all you're doing is fucking rushing them through. It's not fucking good. It's not the way to do it. Could you imagine? It's like the Olympics, and the fucking the relay comes down to 100 meters, and heat 1 first, heat 2, heat 3, heat 4, and they say, oh, heat 6. We're not even bothered about that now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You show it. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen, is it? It wouldn't happen in any other sport.
But going back to, say, the Classic, now, if promoters know that if they put on a Classic class, they're going to get more competitors than if they put on a 212 or even an Open, and they can, and they don't, say the Open, they don't have to give as much prize money, and they know they're going to get the numbers on stage. What are they going to do? They're going to put Classic on, aren't they?
Yeah, but the problem is, this is where I'm saying the business structure is wrong for the MVP. This is the problem. How are you going to grow a sport when you're charging more for Open and less for Classic and this lot? Listen, it should just be equal for everyone. And then it's down to the promoters.
Really?
Down to the promoters, how much money. Listen, MPC should say to everybody, listen, this is how much prize money you should be giving to your class winners. You know what I mean? So the men's Open, you know what I mean? If it's 25 grand first prize or 20 or 10 or whatever, keep it same through all the shows, the qualifiers. So nobody is getting favoritism. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, and the other classes exactly same. So basically, you're putting on all the classes there, and you're giving one sanction fee for a show, not for classes.
Okay.
It's like, listen, how much money are you wanting off people? You're wanting money for membership. You're wanting money for sanction fees. You're wanting money for entering the shows. These competitors, what's it got to pay for tanning? Flights, hotels, everything. It's like, how much money are you wanting? Then you're not even giving that money back.
So, diverting you away to the Arnold Classic, when you heard they were bumping up the first prize, not the overall purse for the Open, but just the first prize by 100K, given that they got rid of figure, 212, women's physique, women's bodybuilding at the Arnold Classic, what was your feelings on that as a decision?
I just thought it's fucking stupid, because one minute they're saying they haven't got money for women's bodybuilding and this lot. Wouldn't it have been a better show with every class?
Hang on a minute. Was it money they said that, though?
Sorry?
Was it money the reason they gave?
I don't know. Was it money or was it popularity or something?
Yeah. I wonder how much say actually Arnold has. I wonder if he has any say in it.
I don't think so. I think there's people around him who will say it's more profitable to do men's bodybuilding because that's what they want to see. And there's really nobody wanting to see women's bodybuilding, which is fair. Be honest about it then. But this is what you've got, haven't you, now? You've got promoters picking and choosing classes. So certain classes are getting neglected, and certain classes aren't. So the problem you've got is you've got some shows just doing bikini and classic, and they're doing no 212 or Open. And then you've got some people who are doing the Open and 212 or bikini class. Do you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Like, have one sanction fee for everything and keep it same, and let the promoters put their prize money what they want to do and keep that prize money the same as also.
Going back to the adding that 100K, I mean, I'll be honest, I was really disappointed when I saw the lineup, and then I heard Charles Griffin was out, Blessing was out, and I thought, this is going to be a single call-out Arnold Classic. They threw out another 100K, Andrew Jacked, Nick Walker, Ramy in. I'll be honest, I am a little bit more excited about it now. What's your feelings?
I think that basically it was all promotion, and tactics. I think all these people probably knew they were going to enter anyway.
I think Nick was. I think Nick was doing it all along.
Yeah, a lot of the people just knew they were going to enter it anyway, but they just wanted to be like, oh yeah, I'm entering it now. And, basically, everybody going, yeah, awesome, you know what I mean? They just wanted a bit more, publicity, isn't it, end of the day? Listen, I haven't got a problem with people earning money and, earning an extra 100K. And you know what? If it makes the Arnold Classic more exciting, awesome. Because it would have been really disappointing with the first lineup and people dropping out. It wouldn't have been even worth watching. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, could have ended up with like 5 guys, for the Arnold Classic. I mean, that would have been a disaster.
Yeah, it would have been like the IFBB Elite Arnold Classic then, wouldn't it have been? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But did you see we've got yet another federation in the UK?
Oh yeah.
Wow. I think we're up to 26 federations now.
The thing about it is, if there's money there for them, and they're doing it for the athletes, you know what I mean? That's what the favorite thing is nowadays, isn't it?
Laura likes that one.
We're doing it for the athletes. I'm not doing it for making money for myself, It's just for the athletes, All right. Listen, nobody's going to waste their time and energy doing something just because of passion. Passion doesn't fucking pay the bills. Be honest about it. Be honest. Say, listen, I'm putting on a federation. I'm fed up with the way other federations are conducting themselves. So this is the reason why I've come out with the federation. I'm going to treat my athletes better, with more respect, and it's going to be better, running order or whatever you want to talk about, yeah? And also, they're free to use whatever tons they want. They're not going to get penalized. They can wear whatever bikinis they want. They're not going to get penalized. They can wear whatever dildo they want. They're not going to get penalized.
Did he just say what I thought he said? Okay. Sorry.
So you don't have to wear the federation's fucking clothing. Do what you want. But just come on our stage, look in the way we want you to look. And you know what? That's all we want from you. And, and if that's going to make me money, awesome. This is what I'm doing it for. The motivation factor for me is more people entering my federation and me making money. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Hey, your old show, the Zack Classic, that's where Jamie emerged, wasn't it? 2015. Jamie the Giant that was his breakout show, your show, for 2015.
Yeah. I remember him as well. Fucking, can you even miss that big bastard?
Because in 2012 he was classic, and I mean, and then he comes back 3 years later, 100 pounds heavier, and as an open and bloody, super. Well, obviously a super heavyweight. Ain't gonna be a middleweight at 6'5", is he?
No. Like I said, it was a good show. My show at that time, and we did cater for the athletes. We had a buffet there, a backstage, everything. You know what I mean? So it was good. So people come off the stage, they can eat what they want, do what they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I heard the buffet was just for you. Fuck off!
I had security guards in there. Don't make me
tasering the athletes. Get back, you bastards, while Zack stuffs his face.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's like I said to you, it's good. The show's got better anyway, and better names have entered it. It's more exciting, and people want to see big names, especially for the Arnold Classic.
Do you think anybody else will jump in? Because I didn't even consider Ramy. I was surprised at Andrew Jacked. I wasn't surprised at Nick Walker because I thought, I've got a feeling he's gonna do it anyway. It'd be crazy not to. But also, do you think Lunsford or Curry would be because I saw a picture of Lunsford and he's looking in very good nick, mate.
I think somebody said Curry is entering.
Oh wow!
Somebody said it.
Not Neil Curry, and he's out. He's not doing it now.
No, yeah. What's in Brandon Curry? I'm sure somebody said, I might be wrong, but he put a post on or something, and it was hinting that he might do it. So he's probably waiting. You know what I mean?
He'd be crazy not to, I think.
Listen, if you're a bodybuilder and the show is 8 weeks out, and like I said to you before, and you're complaining about, there's not enough money in bodybuilding, why would you miss it?
Current champion, and things with I spoke to Coach Abdullah at Heathrow when we were flying out to Vegas, and he said when Brandon came out before the Arnold Classic, he 8 weeks out, he said he was really downsized. And then Patrick Johnson, his flatmate and training partner, he said, Giles, I've never seen anyone respond fast. He said, like, Brandon can change like in a couple of weeks completely. So even if Brandon's just been ticking along since the Olympia and now he decides to drop the hammer, he could look good. He could probably win it again.
Listen,
He's
mate,
a chance, good a chance as anyone.
When you're dieting, 6 weeks is a long fucking time. You know it. You fucking know it's a long time. A month is a long time. 3 weeks is a long time. 2 weeks is a long time. Then it's last week just goes like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you think to yourself, where the fuck has all this prep gone? Then you think it's quick. But when you're in the prep, mate, it's so fucking slow and mundane. It's the same shit every fucking day. You're like, the fuck, you know what I mean? That's what it is, isn't it? You know.
Stay tuned for more motivational videos from Zack. Same fucking shit. Monday.
Don't fucking diet.
Yeah, don't fucking do it. Because I'm visualizing those voiceover videos you do when you're training in slow motion in the black and white, and you're talking about motivation with your hood up, and now you're saying, I can imagine one be like, fucking Monday, don't do it. Oh, you've changed, man. You've changed.
No, but the thing about it is it is. You know, people don't talk about bodybuilding, the mental aspect of it.
Yeah.
They'll always say like, oh, it's only another 8 weeks. Fuck me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's only 8 weeks. Oh yeah. I tried killing my wife last week. It's only 8 weeks. I don't think she'll survive another 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Because that's the time when relationships are put to the test, and when people diet. And like I said to you, it's like we all seen it. We all see the Mr. Nice Guy and Miss Nice Girl for the fans, for Instagram, for everything. Behind closed door, fuck me, trust me. They're like two fucking little pit bulls fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, you know, there's a lot of shit what goes on behind closed doors with a lot of people. And you know, when drugs are involved and fucking low-carb diets are involved, fucking hell, it's a bad combo, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when I was single, I used to try and do as many shows as I could because I didn't want to. I just thought, okay, well, I can just get on with it and do my thing, and I'm self-sufficient, and I didn't want to put that on anybody else, you know.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Is a lot of girls who are not in bodybuilding won't understand that, and it's hard for them to understand, and that's where I think a lot of these girls who are with bodybuilders, they need to reach out and talk to other girls, and you know, they will. Who know about this and give them advice, you know what I'm saying? And listen, it's normal for them to be moody. Guys, when guys are on a diet, they're on a worse period than you fucking girls. You know? Let's be honest, Giles. You know what I'm saying? They'll get the hump about anything. They'll be like, listen, man, stop complaining about your fucking food. If you're that unhappy with your food, cook it your fucking self. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. It's like most of the arguments with people are like, oh, my food is late. Oh, you give me fucking 25 grams less. Oh, you give me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You give me a bit of extra chicken breast. You know what I mean?
You always said that when you prep, you like to do everything yourself.
Yeah, because then I've got nobody to fucking blame, and then I'm not guessing and thinking to myself, oh. Is that really 300 grams of chicken, or is that really 100 grams of rice?
Or is that a Big Mac or a Little Mac?
You can tell me later.
Right, quick.
But, I totally understand why some people they don't want to do the Arnold for that reason. Mentally, it's hard. It might a lot of them won't even. A lot of them not even bothered about the drug side of it, what they're doing that side. Listen, it's not a healthy sport. It's never going to be healthy. You can do it a little bit healthier, but let's be honest and not fool ourselves there. Oh yeah, my blood work is fine, everything's good, I'm going full steam ahead.
Hey, I remember, I won't say who it was, but I remember would say when, but they said, oh, they were going from one show to the next, and he says he hasn't done any gear for 2 weeks. His receptors are clear. He's ready to go. I was like, 2 freaking weeks? Like, are you kidding me?
2 weeks his receptors got clean.
Yeah. No, I don't think it works like that, mate.
Did he have dialysis?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Did he have his old blood cleaned out? Fuck's sake, you know what I mean?
God.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. It's like, listen, you know, the main aspect of it, a lot of people won't do the shows is because of the mental aspect. They can't handle it mentally. And that's the problem with bodybuilding. A lot of people will say, why aren't bodybuilders doing more shows? Because they'll end up killing some fucking cunt. That's why.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, when they're on a cycle, they turn into dickheads, I'm afraid so. And it'll make them a bigger dickhead. That's the problem you've got. You've got too many boys in gorilla suits, and they don't know how to handle that responsibility of that power and, you know, in control aggression. You know what I mean? You're only a man when you've got aggression and you can control it. And a lot of people can't control it. You know what I mean? And that's the, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I never turned into a dickhead when I was prepping. I was a dickhead before, so. No change.
You know what I'm saying, don't you, Giles? You know what I mean? It's like
I know. Just, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, quickly before I let you go, what would you do if you were Derek Lunsford right now, second in the Olympia, and he's still in good nick? What would you say to him if he rang you up and said, Zack, big bro, what shall I do? Shall I do the Arnold or not?
I'll say to him first thing, how's your marriage? Is your wife happy? Are you both good? Are you fucking bunking her properly? Are you maintaining it? If you are, great.
Yeah.
Ask her, would she be happy for you to diet in an extra 8 weeks because it's a team effort? And if she said, yes, honey, do that, do the show because we need the fucking money and we can never have enough money. And I like to buy some new bags, shoes, and underwear for you after the fucking show. Fucking do it. That's the only motivation I will fucking need. But if you're having, you know, bad fucking, if the Olympia prep was fucking bad for both of you, you know, mentally, and, you know, your relationship is on the rocks, then hell fucking no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to weigh it up. Is that extra money, first place, 300 grand, going to be worth your relationship? Maybe, yes, it will be.
That's a really good, because I've never really heard someone say when considering a show or whether somebody else should do a show, like literally the first thing that they should consider is the impact it might have on their relationship. I've never heard anyone say that before, but it is kind of, it's a big factor, isn't it? It comes into a lot of these bodybuilders, you know.
Because, you know, I've been through
decisions.
Situations where my relationships have been a problem, you know, coming into a shows and stuff like that. Not that I was aggressive or anything. I was in my own bubble.
Yeah.
And I didn't have much to say. And because I didn't have much to say...
I don't believe that. I don't believe... Zack always has plenty to say.
I mean, fuck off, you cunt.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, it's like, when you're focused at something, I'm sorry, last thing you care about is your girlfriend got issues. And I say, I don't want to hear what's happened at work. Fucking leave it. You know what I mean? Or I don't want to hear you broke a nail. I don't want to hear your car's broken down. I don't want to hear that shit. All I know is I've got tunnel vision and I'm entering this show. You're old enough to wipe your own arse and we'll sort you out later. You know what I mean? I don't need it yet. I don't need it.
Such a way with words, Zack. Oh. A couple of things before I go. I really like that hedgehog mug behind you over your shoulder.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So my birthday's in June, just saying, putting it out there.
And mine's in July, okay.
And
I might send you a picture of my prickly hedgehogs.
I would love that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
They might be in some Calvin Klein because they like wearing. Expensive case.
Okay, that's an image I don't want. And how's the dogs, mate? How's the dogs?
3. I've got 3 now.
3, yeah. What's their names?
You know what I mean? So yeah, they're all great. They're all good. I took them out to the park this morning, and Bugsy, the boy, he loves fucking lifting his leg up and weeing on everything he can find.
Copy Jew. Is that because I said there's 150 parks apparently? I heard on TV there's 150 parks in Sheffield, and I think you've been banned from 149.
Oh.
Just the one he can go to.
There might be that many fucking parks, but they're nice parks, and there's probably about 3.
It's what, sorry?
I got the nice parks will probably be only 3.
Oh, okay. The rest are all like everyone's jacking up in the bushes.
Well, the rest will be in fucking neighborhood where you don't want to go to. You'll get fucking mugged.
Yeah.
Or you'll see somebody on fucking Spice there, fucking, you know what I mean, rolling around, fucking thinking he's doing body popping.
God. Yeah, Zack's now working for the Sheffield Tourist Board, so come to Sheffield. Right.
Came second, you know what I mean?
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it did, yeah. Wow, that's great.
Who the fuck voted for us?
Yeah, I was really shocked. I was shocked.
I think it was the same fucking people who went to Eurovision in Sheffield.
Yeah, I heard about that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Zack, also, mate, always open invitation to come to the studio if you're ever bored one weekend, mate. If you ever fancy it, and I'll get you a Nando's afterwards, because that episode that I sent you the picture in MD, didn't I? I said, "Is this my best episode ever?" Because that was amazing, mate. So, and I don't want to keep bugging you because I don't want you to be like, "Oh, fucking, he's asking me again."
Like I said to you, definitely will do something. But like I said to you, if you need me to come on over Zoom or anything, Skype, you know what I mean? Just let me know now and again, you know what I mean? I'll pay a monthly, you know what I mean? Pilgrimage to you, and you know what I mean? Sort something out.
I'd love to, mate. No, because it's like I said, it was good fun, that one. Really good fun.
No, we always have a good laugh anyway, Giles. So it's nice to see you and your beautiful sidekick.
Yeah. I'm gonna get Booty Hose, that soundbite as my ringtone.
I'll probably get her something nice, you know, booty shorts, and we'll say Booty Hole on the ass.
Yes.
So she can walk around your house and wiggle it about.
ZKK Booty Hose merchandise. Brilliant. Yeah, I can see that, mate. I think honestly we got to go on Dragon's Den with this one, mate.
Okay, before we go, who's winning the Arnold?
Well, I was just about to ask you.
Oh, well, I put it this way: if I want somebody to win it, there's 2 people I would love to win the Arnold. Number 1, I would love Samson to win it. Yeah. Because I like the guy; he's awesome.
Do you think he can?
Yes.
There you go. That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, I do think he can. But the question I've got, that question mark, is: if he comes in tighter, will he lose that fullness? Yeah. And that's the balance you need to get right. Yeah. I wrote about that. I wrote back the other day. I said, if he comes in that tight, is he going to lose that? Will it affect his aesthetics in a negative way, not a positive way? Because some guys, like Flex Wheeler, when he would come right down, his lines would go crazy. The thing about it is Samson just stood there on his own. Fucking mind-blowing. Awesome. Like, he just doesn't need to pause. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you know yourself, everybody on their own is awesome. But it's when you start pausing with other people, you can either excel or you can't. Do you think he took Ramy? Yeah, he looked, like I said to you, he looked more aesthetically pleasing than Ramy. Yeah. Put it that way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had to look, if you ask 2 people whose physique you like there, your eyes turn more to Samson's from the front. You know what I'm saying? That we can pause it. It's funny because some guys like say Flex Wheel or certain pros, when they hit those aesthetic sort of poses, they look aesthetic. They have to hit that pose in a certain way. They have to angle their body. So Samson, even when he's just there scratching his arse, he looks aesthetic. Like he looks, it flows. He doesn't have to hit a pose to enhance the lines. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like I said to you, Samson, I would love for him to win. And also, I would love for Ramy to get redemption. Yeah. Can he though? Can he? Well, you know what? Where there's a will, there's a way. And you know what? Like I said to you, but this will tell where he's gonna be placing in the future from now on. So this show will be basically the show for him to say, it's over for me now. They're not interested in my physique no more. Or I still got hope. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I don't hope? I hope they don't do? I hope they don't look at these areas that are like the lower lats, the tricep thing. I hope they don't jimmy them up. No. Because if they do that, the judge is going to look straight to him and go, right, you're really going to get spanked for this now. Yeah. You know, like I said to you, listen, he just needs to come in freaky and that's it, big. Okay. He out muscles everybody and that's it. Because you know what? Nick Walker's not got a pleasing looking physique, has he?
No.
No. And he's in the same, so it's like him and Ramy are mass monsters, and Ramy is twice the size of him. So if he comes in even more bigger and out muscles him in every fucking pose, then who gives a fuck about them body parts?
Something I want to talk about is Bonac, because everyone seems to be writing him off. And if you forget, like Boston, you talked about the Boston Pro and the Arnold last year. That was only 9 months ago. You know, obviously him and Chad did something different for that show that they did for the Olympia, and the looks were drastically different. A lot of people are writing Bonac off again. Is that a mistake?
Listen, it's like this. What a lot of people forget about is this is a bodybuilding show, and everybody's talking like everybody's going to come in on shape.
Yeah.
You know, and they're not. So that leaves a chance for anybody, for Bonac to fucking come forward, for Shaun, Clarida to win, Ramy to win, Nick to win, Samson to win, Andrew Jacked to win. Everybody's got a fucking chance if they come in spot on. But if we're talking like everybody's gonna come spot on.
Yeah.
And they never fucking do.
What if Akim comes in shredded?
I think he'll still have a problem with his back.
Yeah. It's that car accident is really. There's something going on with his back shots, isn't it? If you look at 2020, his back was good. And then 2021, 2022, it's kind of, it doesn't look as good, does it?
It's like, you know.
Can he fix it?
It's just his skin is so thick from the back. It's so thick in it. You know, it's like, what can you do for that? What can you do?
Peel the skin off?
I think the main problem, you know, people have, I think the main problem with people that, you know, when you got thick skin like that, what you doing is staying at that weight longer, staying in shape at that longer.
Yeah.
So, thinner. But if you're doing a show and you get that skin thin up to that point, and then you're bulking back up again, that chance for that skin to get any thinner, because the fat's going to go to that area first. That's where it wants to go.
Well, remember what Dorian did? He would sacrifice muscle tissue to get like down. Remember those black and white shots? Everyone was going, well, he could have walked on stage at 270 like that, and he probably would have won, possibly. But he decided to get another, 13 pound off that. Yeah. You know, there you go.
And people aren't willing to do that no more. They're so worried about the scale. Worried about the scale. That's why I said to you before, these smaller guys, they're going to be in shape. So these bigger guys need to come in shape. Yeah. Or they're going to fucking lose. And you know what? And they're gonna get their egos dented.
Could you imagine if Clarida slipped past all of them, and they all slipped, and because he ain't gonna slip, you know he's gonna be in shape.
Yeah, you know what? I would laugh my fucking head off. I would laugh my fucking head off. And you know what? He deserves to win then. He fucking deserves it. Simple. You know what I mean? It's bodybuilding. It's not a height competition, is it? It's about who looks the best and who looks muscle bound. Fucking Clarida is like a mini Ronnie Coleman. Yeah. And he's got thin skin as well. He has got that Akim, Andrew Jacked, and Samson problem from the back. That's true. That's true. I said if he stands next to, like you said, you said exactly the same what I said the other day to Ron Harris on Power Hour. I said, you know, when Clarida turns to the back, he'll take Andrew Jacked. Like you said, the front, like Andrew will, your eyes will be drawn to Andrew, but from the side and the back, I mean, he's tight, man. Like I said to you, is pictures are different because the scale's wrong. But when two physiques are in front of you, you will know straight away who fucking won, because they're under the same lighting, they're next to each other, and it's gonna be. Look, he beat fucking Regan and fucking Sergio. 254 and 270 pounds, and he was 174. Straight firsts. It wasn't even close. Exactly, and the people are saying too small. He's too small. Listen, he might be fucking small, but he is fucking. If he was 6 foot or 5'10", he would be a Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie 2.0, yeah. He would. He would be the closest thing to him. And you know what? I'm excited for these guys, all of them, because anybody who takes their foot off the pedal, they're gonna get fucked up. This show is all about condition. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a condition show, and if you're not in condition, and it's conditioned without sacrificing muscle. Yeah. And that is, and if you can do that, you've got the formula of bodybuilding. You got the secret formula for bodybuilding. That's what it is, isn't it? It's bodybuilding, not fucking body dieting muscle away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what it is. You want to hold on to as much hard gained muscle tissue as possible, but coming fat free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Simple as that,
Zack,
what I
I can hear your tummy rumbling from here. I think it's your tummy anyway.
No, it's my dick just dropped on the floor.
Okay. Is that cold, is it? -2 in Sheffield. Right. Mate, I don't need to say it, but it's always a pleasure, mate. Always a pleasure. And yeah, it's well, I think is I never know which direction it's going to go in. It's been pointless trying to like structure anything because it's just you and I just talk and we just go off on tangents, and I think that's what makes it so good when I speak to you, mate. I'm not going to call it an interview. It's a discussion between two friends.
Yeah, we're just having a chat, aren't we, pal? We have a good chat, and you know what? I prefer it, having a no bars chat. You know what I mean? And you can bleep my filthy mouth out if you want.
Yeah, mate, please come back to the studio one day because I had such a good that got. I mean, the views, the response on that was incredible.
No, thank you, pal. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Definitely.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Cool. All right, then, mate. I'm going to let you go watch Songs of Praise because it's Sunday. And
I'm going to watch what's on Sunday. The Last of the Summer Vine.
I think they all died about 20 years ago, the actors.
You kids don't remember that. It's on fucking Sky Goes that now.
Yeah. Cool. All right, then, mate. Well, like I said, thank you so much for taking the time. And like I said, come on, MD Global Muscle, mate. And I hope to see you very soon, mate. I really do. I might come down to Sheffield. You're only an hour away.
See you later, Giles, and see you later, you booty hoe.
Cheers, mate. Bye. Bye. Man of the moment, all the way from LA, Andrew Jacked.
Yes, sir.
And that's what you always put on your messages, yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's kind of your strapline, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Andrew, mate, thank you so much for coming on MD Global Muscle, mate. I mean, we spoke a few weeks ago with yourself and Ronnie Coleman, which we had a great time. Thank you for that. Mate, God, where do we start? So right now, you told me you're in LA because I thought you were in Dubai. How did that, why? How's that all come around?
Because I think since last year, I was trying to get myself a trainer. So I was putting my options like together, and I had someone I was, I admired like so much. I admired his work ethics, and I was like, okay, I would just chill out for 2022, because for me it was a test run just to see how the industry works and everything.
Wow. And
I reached out to him and told him I reached out to Stan because Stan is a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And Stan, he spoke to him, and I'm like, okay, cool. So we talked, and I'm like, bro, hey man, I really need a drill sergeant, Yeah, because I trained myself like ground up. Like I had no trainer, coach, or whatever, except when I wanted to start competing. Then I got a prep coach, but all the rest of the thing I trained myself.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I need someone that can help me just break my limit, because my body is used to my style and kind of training and technique and everything that I can only maintain. I can grow like in little bit, but I can maintain for a long time. That's no problem. But I need something that can help me, or someone that can help me cross that mark. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
And I was supposed to be on vacation 3rd week of March, and I'm like, what will I be doing from now until then? And I'm like, I was just hopping into the Arnold's because it's 6 weeks. They short prep.
Hop in.
I'm like, I would just hop into the Arnold, you know what I mean? So I'm like, cool. And so I reached out to him, and he said, I reached out to him. I told him, bro, I want to hop into the Arnold and also come to see you so that we can talk, because I don't want to wait until when I come for, my holidays or vacation or whatever, and then we can speak, 1 And he said, okay, cool. And I'm like, can anything happen? You know, we spoke a lot, and he said, yeah, man, like give it a shot. So, yeah, I came over, and it's been fun so far.
How long have you been there, and how long have you been training with Chris, Psycho Fitness?
Just I think for I flew in. When I flew in, even I can't even remember. Fucking hell. I think my brain is all messed up. And so I think like for 1 week now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. I came in on Wednesday.
Okay, so really just a few days.
Yeah, I was supposed to fly in on Tuesday, but I got a delayed flight, so I came in on Wednesday. Came in on Wednesday, yeah. So I'm still early.
So have you had many sessions with Chris?
Oh, it's been a good one because everything about his style and training is something I admire. You know, I like the old school style of working out, you know, because that's how I train like it. And with Chris, it's different because it's just like learning things all over again from the basics. And I know it's just a few days, but I know with a long term, especially on the off season, I'll definitely get some improvement because yeah.
So, because I mean, when we spoke with Ronnie a few weeks ago, you said, I mean, I've seen some video. I've been to your Instagram and I saw you doing the gold dumbbell, you know, the 330.
Yeah.
So, and I heard that when you train with James Hollinshead, because he's super strong, like the kind of weights you were using were just like almost like Ronnie level. Do you know what I mean? Like superhuman. So the heavy stimulus is what got you to this point, but now this new style of training with Chris is what you feel would take your physique to the next level.
Yeah. You know, I've always been a fan of sports. You know, irrespective of my profession. I'm an electrical engineer, but I love sports even as a kid, you know what I mean? So I did sporting activities, and I was into general sporting activity. I was doing CrossFit, I was doing calisthenics, I was lifting weights, I was doing sprint marathon and everything. But when I met with Larry Wells back in 2019, so he put me on the spotlight because I had no like social media. You know, I just loved what I was doing, what I was like into. You know what I mean? So he put me on the spotlight. All right, and you know, I got a lot of feedback from people, and I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. So I wanted to compete, but with Larry, it was all strength because how we started, you know, he thought I was just like a regular guy like working out. But when we started to I was like keeping up because that's what he likes. Larry, he's blessed, he's crazy strong, but he likes it when someone like keeps up, you know. So so when he saw me, I was like keeping up. We did so many things. We even did powerlifting. He saw the way I, you know, like did stuff, and he was amazed. So strength. I know I'm strong. You know what I mean? I know I'm strong, but that wouldn't build me the way I want to, and that was why I switched. I switched entirely, and immediately I switched entirely. I saw how my body started growing and developing. So
yeah, I'm glad that you found Larry, because Larry's someone that probably, like I said, he really stands out. He's probably the only guy that really, people have to come fly from all over the world to train with him, to try and match him or challenge him or push him. And then in Dubai, you know, you two actually came together, and I bet that I can't imagine what those workouts were like.
Yeah, like I'm happy with something like training with Larry, like knowing him. It's a good thing because I get to discover something that I didn't know I had. You know what I mean? So, and you know, strength wise, yeah, I was like keeping up.
Wow.
But when it comes to machines, I was smoking him.
Really?
Sorry, Rary, but I was smoking him on machines. He calls me the king of machines. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was good. And you know, due to the fact that I'm a repetition guy, like I could do, like I had that long endurance. You know, so sometimes we'll stack up the weight like 7 plates, and we'll do one plate of drop set, and I will just keep going. But he, you know, like sometimes he try also to catch up to me, you know. So it was like a competition thing. I tried to catch up to him, he tried to catch up with me, you know what I mean? So it was, I think our bond was very good. But I think at the same time, because we were both born in the month of December, I think that also connected us very, very well. You know what I mean?
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Because thing is, you've got your. I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't. The first time I saw you on stage physically was at the Olympia.
Yeah.
And I didn't fully grasp just how freaking large you are. Like, because you are big, but when I see photos, I think, God, really great aesthetics, tight waist, frontal bicep, nice angles, very flex wheeler. But when I saw you at the Olympia, that's when I realized just how freaking large you are.
Yeah, I know, but at the Olympia, I wasn't my best. You know, I wasn't at my best, but I liked it. It's a good experience, and yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy for what happened. So to be better this time around.
Not a bad first year, mate.
Yeah. No. Everything was going good until the Olympia prep, but I thank God, because I almost backed out from the Olympia 4 weeks out. Almost hung my boots and say I'm not like doing it, but I just said to myself, hey, you're already here, so just crack up the top 10 and that's it. You know what I mean? So I just did all I could and cracked the top 10, and that was good. So for myself, I was happy.
So why were we going to put? Because I know you were a bit fluey, and you were taking medication stuff too.
I was messed up. Like, I was messed up. I almost backed out. Like, if like I almost but yeah, man, you know, like, it is what it is. So it kept on going, you know.
Do you think that was just because you've been prepping so long, and maybe your immune system was run down? What?
No. I think it was exposure to cold, because I remember when I left, I traveled on the 8th of November. Yeah, on the 8th of November, it was on Tuesday, I think so, yeah. It was 35 degrees back in Dubai.
Wow, okay.
So I was even on the T-shirt.
Right to Vegas.
But when I got here, Jesus, I think that exposure like messed me up.
Mm.
Yeah, it messed me up. So that was terrible.
Mate, everyone I spoke to in Vegas got sick over that weekend. I was sick. My throat was raw. I've still got a bit of a cough. My cold was quite a severe cold. But everyone I spoke to, Kamal, and who else was it? Everyone was sick. Yeah. Everyone. So I can see why, you know.
Coaches, staffs, like crew members, like everyone got sick. Everyone got sick.
Yeah.
Athletes sick for the Olympia. I was sick even way before them. You know, but you know, it was okay. It was okay. It's part of life experience, you know.
Yeah, and I think maybe like you, I didn't realize Vegas actually got cold in December.
It was earlier. I think from November it got cold in November, and I was shocked because I was in Vegas even last year December. It wasn't that cold like how it was in November. I think it got colder earlier. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah, so
I've been in October for the Olympia, and it was like waiting for the bus outside the expo hall, and it was burning hot.
In October, yeah.
So yeah, and so a couple of weeks later, and then douche, it drops.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. So I want to know, big thing I want to know, when did you decide to jump in the Arnold, and why?
First of all, Arnold owes me 2 handshakes.
Does it? Why?
He owes me 2 handshakes because I won the overall in the overall amateurs back in Ohio in March, and for the Arnold Classic UK, I was supposed to be there, so he owes me 2 handshakes, and I'm like, and this is the 35th edition of the Arnold, and I'm like, I would just go have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just go have fun. So
yeah. So are you happy with everything? How your condition is and everything? And you feel obviously you recovered from the cold and everything over Christmas? Because like I said, I saw it at the Olympia. I spoke to you and Ron said he was trying to interview and he said your voice was really quiet and like you were really struggling to speak.
Yeah. I couldn't even breathe. It was crazy. But anyways, after, because I remember I was supposed to even fly out late in December, but because I wasn't feeling okay, so I had to even like bring back my flight earlier, and I left the day after the Olympia. I left earlier as I could so that I can, go to a hot like region and get myself some medications. And immediately I like even from my flight, cause I have to go to LA before I head to Dubai, because it's a straight flight. From the flight from LA to Dubai, within that 16 hours flight range, I was feeling very better even without taking any medication.
Good.
Yeah, the moment I land, like in Dubai, the next day it's like nothing happened.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was on like just t-shirts, even like nothing happened. So.
Okay.
I'm like, awesome.
Good. So, So how long are you planning to stay in LA then? Because when I first heard you were being like trained by Psycho Fitness, I was like, how's he going to do that being in Dubai? Because I know like Coach Abdullah, they do it remotely, and I just thought, how's that going to work? But then you're in LA. But how long for?
No, like I said to myself, I'll just be all through the prep, I'll be all through the 6 weeks, and then couple of days, then I'll just head off to Ohio. Those things. But for me, it's I'm here for learning. I'm here for, it's something I need and not what I want. It's something I need. So after the Arnold, I would just go have fun. Take some time off, enjoy my vacation, have a good holidays, start off season again. So
Nice. Have you thought beyond the Arnold Classic?
What?
Have you thought beyond the Arnold Classic yet? Any events or any more? Or because you had a busy year last year. God.
Yeah, no, I'm not thinking about any show now. I'm not thinking about competing in any show now. I just want to I'm not even thinking about the Arnold per se. I'm just more focused on the training I'm doing here. Like want my body to acclimatize to his style and form of training, so that I can now go deeper into it. So so anything that's competition now. But after the Arnold, I know whatever competition I do, I'm just looking forward for the Olympia, because I know whatever competition I step my foot in, I'll definitely win. So that's my
oh man, because I was looking at some photos, right, and I was looking at the amateur Arnold and like comparing those to the Olympia, and they look like a couple of years apart. They don't look like someone that's basically you did the Texas, then the Arnold UK. It's like you've come out of nowhere, really. You've hit the ground running, and you've made drastic changes to your physique very, very, very quickly. I thought you looked great at the Olympia, mate. I really did.
Yeah. I was okay, because like I said, I'm good at maintaining. So I was just maintaining what I had. But even like things didn't go as planned, but that's life, But it's but that was why even when we did the interview, I told you guys that I'm not looking at this Olympia. I'm looking for the next one. I was being, and that's me. I'm a realist. I call a spade a spade. I don't like to It's like if something is red, I'll say it's red. You know what I mean? So I knew I wouldn't crack up that top 5 as planned for the Olympia, and I'm like, no, I saw it coming, so I'm like, I'll just accept it and just try to just do my best and just hang in there on top 10. It's still, for me, it was still a good move. It was a good.
Oh yes.
It was a good run. Amongst 33 or 35 athletes, I was 8. So it was good.
3 wins, 3 wins and 8th Olympian your first year, mate. Like you said to Ronnie, it's like has that been done before? I know Flex Wheeler won the first in 93. He won the Ironman, the Arnold, I think. What you've done it's virtually unheard of.
Yeah. So it's good.
And one thing I want to know, your posing routine at the Olympia was very good. Your posing routine at the Arnold UK, not so good. That's a big improvement in your posing. What was the, like, I mean, it was normally, if someone brings a level of posing routine 2 months later, they don't bring something drastically different. But you did. How did that come around?
I'm a fan of the sport, even dancing. Even back in high school, I was good in dancing and stuff, you know what I mean? But if you look even on the Arnold Amateur, the Texas Pro, the UK, and the Olympia, they were all four different things entirely. Now I switched things up. I switched them, you know, like for the Olympia, like I would just go because of my health and how my body was. I decided to just go for something smooth.
It was honestly, I was sat second row, mate, and it was awesome because I saw your routine at the Arnold UK and I wasn't expecting what you brought at the Olympia, to be honest. That's being perfectly honest.
No. Arnold UK, you know, I actually went to that show with confidence. I said it earlier, like I went into that show with confidence. And I was just having fun. I was even dancing and having fun. I went there. For the Olympia, I just wanted to just give, you know, the fans some entertainment, like something good, because I know I wouldn't crack up that spot. So I just, and I think that was the original song I wanted to do. I won't say it here, but I practiced, you know, like I just practiced for that. And I think 1 week to the Olympia, I started to just change.
Oh, wow.
And 4 days to the Olympia, I picked up that song.
Wow, okay.
Picked up the song, and I'm like, I would just flow to the music. So I just did like some practice, and that's it.
I thought you and Derek had the two standout routines, Neil. I think. No, I think for now, when it comes to the posing routine, I think the person next is Samson. Samson, yeah, always. Well, he's just, yeah. I mean, Samson, that's his art. It's like an art for him, isn't it? Yeah, he's pretty good because one, he's tall, he's big, moving that frame. Trust me, it's not something you will learn. It's something that you had. Yeah. Not learn. Yeah. I mean, there are lots of big guys, and if they want to learn, I'm telling you, bro, it's except you have it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Samson, me and Samson, I think we both stand out. Yeah. But I have an edge over him though because I'm more like flexible. So yeah, the splits at the end. Yeah. Hang on, Samson could do splits, can't he? Right. I'm gonna message Samson now. Samson, start practicing the splits, mate. Andrew's coming for you. He's my brother. He knows. But I just I admire him a lot. He's posing everything, but I just, you know, but sometimes it's good to have an edge over like someone, so you can be happy with yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. I tell you what, Nigerian bodybuilding, mate. I tell you what, it's on the up. You and Samson. Who's the other one? Quinton? Is it Quinton? Yeah, Quinton. Yeah. Wow. No, man, that's when he gets his stuff together, he's like, I'm scared of him. He's huge. To be honest, like he comes in like this year, I'm rooting for him, and I know he will be good, and that's the only person I know I'm scared of. Because if he comes in good, it'll be a problem for everybody. He reminds me of like a taller Lee Haney. Yeah, you know, he hasn't quite got the back yet, but I tell you what, I mean, I saw him at the Olympia. I was chatting to him because I really love Quint. He's awesome, and I was like, Quint, I said, what happened? You've doubled in size since I saw you in Romania last year. You see him, you see him from afar. He's like a truck. He's like, what's his name again? He's like, what's his name again in the Transformer movie? Optimus Prime. Ultimate Prime, I'm telling you, like you see him and he stands out. Yeah. And now he's working with Matt, and Matt's a good coach also. So I think, yeah.
I'm expecting him this year.
And all three of you got like waist like bikini girls.
Yeah, that's something, it's not, if you have it, you have it, except to want to like mix it up, you know what I mean? But for us, it's easier to maintain that on our own, but because we can't do things on our own, we have to look up to a coach, yeah. So at the same time, we have to like do what, like take the instructions of the coach, and at the same time still discipline ourselves by ourselves, to try to keep that, to maintain.
Yeah. Going back to Chris, are you enjoying this different style of training? Because like I said, you've always led yourself, and now somebody else is saying, right, I'm going to, every rep, like Charles Glass or something like that, I am going to take care of everything you're doing, every angle. What's that like, handing the reins over to somebody else?
I think it's a decision I made to myself. So I programmed myself. I was ready. So I threw away the because I'm the captain of my ship, but I threw away the keys, and now like I let Chris like take control. Like steer the wheel. Yeah. And I would just follow.
Yeah.
So it's like, so far it's been good, because I think we started off from the basic, but it's been how many days now? But I'm still sore.
I was about to say, you sore. Oh, you bet you're sore from the different style of training.
Yeah, but I like it because it's something my body is used to now. Like it's something my body needs. Like even because of training, I felt some muscles that I never felt ever before. Like,
oh wow,
working. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why I'm still sore, because those are new pumps. What I mean? Not ones here. And he knows also, because he said he's been watching my videos and saying things and that. So he studied me for quite a few days though. So yeah, so I just tell him, just do your thing, and that's it.
Has he shared with you kind of what he wants to do with your training, which will affect your physique in a way that he wants to? Yeah. Has he told you that? Oh.
Yeah, we talked about everything, and let him like take charge and control.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Did you see that video I posted of me and Ronnie going down to London? And I showed him a video of you, and I tagged you in, and I said, so what do you think about this new guy, Andrew Jacked? We was in September, right? I just seen you at the Arnold UK. And he went, he's real good, real good. He says, I think he said, just needs to fill out his back a little bit. He says, because obviously Ronnie's is all about back, innit? And he said, yeah, did you see that? I'll send it to you. If you haven't seen it, I'll send it to you. I've got it on my phone.
Like, I know I still have lots of things to fix. I'm just new in the industry. So I know I have like a whole lot of lapses. I know I have a whole lot. And that's why I'm working with Chris now, and he knows everything. I told him everything because I get feedback from judges. He knows what he has to work on, and that's it. So we'll see how it goes.
Have you got any injuries?
Never been injured.
Wow. And the way you train as well, like the way you trained before, like super strong, super heavy.
Yeah, and well, not just that, I'm also cautious of whatever I do. I don't listen to people. Like, how some people they sometimes tempt you or trick you to do something, and me, my instinct says no, it's a no. Even if you come with whatever, I'm not gonna like listen, because I always put my health first.
Good.
And that's why I've always trained smart, and that's why from ground up until now, I've never had no injuries and no surgeries, and I know I'll never have any.
Good. That's good. Yeah. You must have tendons like steel then.
No, it's just how I train, how I stretch, how I take care of myself, how I just live my life. You know what I mean?
Stay away from those gold dumbbells, mate. Come on, don't give in to temptation again.
Actually, I'll tell you the story about the dumbbells. Yeah, it's funny because I was actually on a tour. Like, I just wanted to get more exposure. Yeah. And I was training with I actually thought the dumbbell was I was in Santa Monica, and I thought the dumbbell was in downtown.
Okay.
So I went to Gold Gym to train with a friend of mine, Kenichi, and we were doing shoulders. And then I saw the dumbbell, and I'm like, shit.
Shining and sparkling.
Yeah, and I'm like...
Calling to you.
And I'm like, I've seen the video of Big Boy, you know, from Strength Cartel. Yeah, what's his name? The other black guy. I think he did like 9 reps, 8 or something.
What, dumbbell row?
Yeah, he was the first person to lift the golden dumbbell, Big Boy.
So just sorry to interrupt, just for context, just see if anyone doesn't know, can we, because obviously I know about it. Do you want to explain what this gold dumbbell is and what it weighs? Yeah,
it's 150 kilos.
A dumbbell.
330 pounds, 23 karat gold.
Wow, okay.
Lifting the dumbbell from the rack to the floor.
Yeah.
That's a hard work. And the worst part is racking it back up.
Okay.
And, you know, when I saw the dumbbell, I'm like, I'll give it a shot. And, you know, I picked it up because I know myself that I can.
Yeah. I saw the video. I saw the video.
Yeah. And you know, I picked it up. I unracked the dumbbell. I did 5 and I racked it back. And I think I spoke to coach manager like Kim. I wanted to see what was like going on. Yeah. And I told him, I'll come back here tomorrow and I'll rep the shit out of this. But it's like, okay, bro, we're expecting you. Wow. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And the next day, you know, like I dreamt of me like doing 15 on my right hand and 20 on my left because my left is way stronger. Okay. Yeah, I dreamt already of doing the reps. And I went back the next day. We just did some warm-up with some rows. I think I did some rows of what, like, we did some warm-up. And then I went over there like straight away. And manager came and everyone was there. And boom, it happened. But I was pissed off though because I wanted to go. I wanted to rep the 15. But
what? I'm surprised nobody's tried to steal it. But like 150 kilo, nobody's moving that thing apart from rolling it, are they?
Yeah, but it's good. But I think then I wasn't. Then I would say I take some break now. I go back there. I think I'll rep it for 15 or 20 reps.
Ronnie will be proud. Ronnie will be proud.
That I know because I've done 200 pounds in Atlanta. I did 200 pounds for 20 reps easy.
20?
Yeah, easy. The video is still there on my YouTube channel.
Oh my God.
One of my, and Dragon Slayer, I think I was prepping for the Texas Pro. Yep. They had 100 kilos the dumbbell, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, and I did that also for 20. Wow. Did that for 22. I did that for 20, easy. Wow. So I think I'll go back again because they said there's a gold gym in Italy and they said anyone that can rep this dumbbell will get free pizza for life. Like, free pizza. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm there. Coming over there. Yeah. Oh wow, that's awesome. I'm like after the Arnold and my holiday. You're a maniac. Pizza, and I'll come over there.
Send the pizza to America when he's So I suppose one of the questions is, you know, you're in LA now. I mean, you've got your Chris there, Psycho Fitness. You know, what's keeping you? Would you move there permanently, or is that on the cards?
No, it's I just want him to be my trainer. Okay. I want him to train me because I like his work ethics. And, you know, even as we were like talking about, you know, like I'm about this prep. I told him, okay, you know, are you okay with working with anybody? He said, well, he's used to working with someone that they share the same ideas. You know, they send about the make plan. He knows how to follow up the training and stuff and give feedback for the coach and blah blah. And I'm like, okay, who is that? Because I like working with people that go together, so that things will be very smooth. And he said, I see that, and I'm like, cool. I'll work with you. I work with him for the Arnold. So we started, and I said, like, the real technician.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful guy.
So yeah, obviously now you're working with Chris Aceto, very, very well respected coach. How's it going?
Well, both Chris's, because I'm working with Chris and Chris, so both.
That get confusing.
Yeah. Both of them are amazing people to start with. They're amazing people. And it's all it's business and not like brotherly or intimacy or whatever. Like even Psycho, I told him, bro, I need a drill sergeant, not a brother.
Yeah.
Or a friend. I need a drill sergeant. And he's like, yeah, he wants the same too. You know, we see, hi, hello, and we walk past each other. When it's time to train, we train, and then we go. There is no time for chit chat or whatever, smiling now. We're like in this for business, and that's exactly what I want, you know.
Good.
Yeah,
That's smart.
Yeah, and that's Ciro too, you know. He's doing his thing, and I'm like, yeah, good, awesome.
He does daily, doesn't he do daily food changes?
That's
daily.
Exactly. Yep. I don't know how he does that, but
for photos.
Like yesterday, I wanted to go take a pee, and I just, you know, like at past 2 a.m. Yeah, and I saw my phone just blipped like boop, and I checked. He sent me a meal plan. I'm like, shit.
Wow.
I'm like, shit. I'm like, he never sleeps. He sends every day, like every day. That's his man. How these guys works, I don't know, man. But
Kamal said that. He said he'll look at like some progress pictures that day, and he'll look at it, and he'll give daily food changes. I mean that's some level of knowledge, isn't it?
I don't know how he do it, but like I said, these guys are just all about the business.
Yeah,
they mean business. So so far it's been. So we'll see how it goes. Though.
So just before I let you go, so it sounds like you're going to do what Brandon Curry does when he goes to Kuwait just purely for his prep. Is that what you're going to do? Go to LA every time you're prepping for the Arnold or the Olympia?
I've always been doing that because if you look at my stats of last year, it's always been Dubai, Vegas.
Okay.
But I think now the Vegas stuff now is over. So now I'll be doing more of Dubai, LA, and somewhere I won't say until later. Okay. So yeah.
Exciting, mate. And also one final thing, I saw you've got Andrew Jacked Classic. Do you want to tell us about that quickly?
Oh yeah. You know, I've always loved doing events and stuff like that. So I said to myself, if I break it into this industry, I'll try to do something also, like to just give a boost, like a shake up, you know what I mean? So Bonac did, and I'm like, okay, cool, you know, like I have to do something to like give back, you know what I mean? So yeah.
That's cool. No, because is it a regional or a pro card qualifier? Because we were trying to.
No, I'm starting off from the basics. It's a regional, but I'm doing two countries.
Okay.
But I spoke to my partner, and we're doing a zonal thing. Like we're doing the southern part of Africa for now. We're doing 2 countries in South Africa.
You might have a competitor, mate, because she's South African.
Oh, are we?
Yeah,
awesome.
She wants a pro card. Go on, speak some South.
Oh yeah.
That's not South African.
I'm good.
How are you?
Where are you from? Cape Town.
From Cape Town.
She's Cape Town.
Good, because our show, my show will be taking place in Johannesburg.
Well, I'm born there, so I'm a Jersey girl at heart. So.
Oh, good, awesome, and the next and the next one will be Mozambique, in Maputo. So I think the next one we'll do after this will be another like regionals, maybe in Eastern Africa or Western Africa or North Africa, but definitely we'll touch all zones for regionals, and then after we can think of doing the pro qualifiers. You know, it's a step. Yeah, it's a step.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, well, you've got an address in South Africa, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've got an address in South Africa. It's your home. It's your bloody family home there.
I have rights.
Yeah, she has rights. Yeah, she has rights to compete. Yeah. Cool. And I'll tell you what I'm really looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to, at the Arnold Classic, I want to see a call out with you, Samson, and Shaun Clarida. Oh my God, that will be unbelievable.
It will be Nick definitely will be there. I think my top two will be Nick and someone else. Mm-hmm. It can be me, it can be Samson, it can be Ramy, it can be Clarida, it can be Kamal, it can be Patrick, it can be
Akim,
it can be Justin, it can be anyone, but it will be Nick and someone, and either way it goes. Either someone wins or Nick wins, but definitely it would be Nick. Nick would be there.
Were you surprised to hear Ramy jumping in? I was.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, really? Really? Why?
I wasn't, because I was expecting, like, even until now, I'm still expecting more people to be announced.
Who?
More, I don't know, but I'm still expecting more. If you have this expectation of something to happen and you see things happening, you don't feel it, like, because you know something like this will happen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I knew athletes will jump in. Mm-hmm. So Ramy came in. I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised or whatever. It's good. It's a good thing for the business also. Yeah. For me, it's a good thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You get another crack at Ramy as well, because I mean it was you were right behind him there. But, 5th and 8th. There's not a lot at the Olympia. There's not a lot separating 5th and 8th.
Against the best. So it's good. It's good. I like it.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Derek or Brandon jumped in. I've got a funny feeling one or both will jump in.
I don't know. Anyone who comes in is welcomed.
Jack wants to smash him.
No, I'm competing against me. It's me. It's me versus me, not me versus them. It's me versus me. I'm trying to I'm trying to cook myself better. You know what I mean? So
And the good thing is you're not afraid to compete, because when I heard when you won Texas, I said I don't think you'll do the Arnold UK. I went quiet for a bit and I was like, no way is he doing it. And then right at the last minute, I was like, oh, he's in the UK. You're in Birmingham, Was it Birmingham? Yeah, I was like, whoa, I can't believe it's like you did that. I was like, this guy is not afraid to compete. I really respect that.
No, like I said, for me, it's fun. People thought, I would have the whole stage fright thing or whatever, but I mean, stepping on stage is like having a dance with people, you know what I mean? So it's fun for me. It's like you've actualizing your dreams or your plans, it's good. I never had the pressure or fright or whatever. I never did. I never for once had that, no.
And another thing, surely you won Rookie of the Year.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to follow. I'll message Bob Chick and find out, because I remember 2017. I said surely Derek Lunsford won Rookie of the Year, and he said Giles by a landslide. This year, there's no one that did what you did in your first rookie year. No one, not even close. Not even close.
I don't know if they give cash prize or whatever or announcement or nothing, but I'm not. I don't know what those things mean.
They're prestigious, mate.
I know, because even the Texas Pro and the Arnold UK, I see the trophies every day, and I'm like, I still don't know what they are. I just saw them like regular competition. I don't know what they are.
I love it.
For me, it's just been fun,
I love it, mate. I'm gonna let you go, because I actually feel bad, because I promised I'd keep it right down, because I know you're on prep, but we've gone way over, so I do appreciate you giving me the extra time.
Thanks a lot.
I really do. I really appreciate it, and I've really enjoyed this talk, mate. I was like I said, it was you really added a lot of excitement to that Arnold lineup by jumping in, mate. So we're all rooting for you, mate.
Yeah, thanks a lot, bro.
Yeah, cool. And looking forward to this next Yezer text back DM.
Good. Also, stay tuned for my posing routine in the Arnold. It will be another banger.
Nice. And I'm gonna get Samson to work on his flexibility, because it's on now, mate.
Yeah. Even if he does I think my split is the best. I think even my split is better than Flex.
Wow. Okay. Well, 6'2", just
Yeah, and now I've learned to actually go pretty slow. So this time around it will be different.
Yeah, you don't want to injure anything, mate. Or pull anything.
Nah. Never gonna happen.
I'm going to get Samson to see if he can do the Jean-Claude Van Damme one, with the legs out to the side. with the chairs like that, hanging off the chairs. That's what he's going to go for now for the Arnold, I think.
I think I have my profile picture. I have that already.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have the split on the chair easy. Back in 2020 when they had the COVID, I was just doing fun. I had splits on the chairs everywhere, on the balcony, on 2 cars. I had on 2 cars, at the top of 2 cars. It's
wow. With them quads.
What?
With those quads.
Those were calves.
Sorry? No one about the size of your quads doing that. Going sideways. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Cool. All right then, mate. I'm gonna let you go. Get your next meal, and like I said, all the best on a classic, mate. And we'll be rooting for you, mate.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay, guys, it is hot news time for episode 16, season 5, MD Globe Muscle. Yeah, we did get the episode right. We seem to get it wrong a few times. Right, okay then. Like I said, we're trying to keep hot news a little bit shorter, not hot news shorter. That's right. Hang on. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, hang on. So my brain's working very, very fast. Right, hot news a little bit shorter because obviously myself and Ron Harris have a new show called The Power Hour, which is, obviously topical news and stuff like that. I'll come to that right at the end of this segment. So let's get straight into it. And obviously, I mean, I thought, okay, we'll do maybe 30 minutes with Zack. And I didn't even keep track of time. And when we finished, it was 1 hour 25 or 1 hour. Well, I'll take a couple of minutes off, 1 hour 20ish. But I mean, I think that's the longest interview I've done since bloody Phil Heath, So, I mean, me and Zack have known each other since 1998. 98, yeah, when I first met him, when he had the Ali G ponytail competing as a junior. He was a monster even then. You love Zack, don't you? You love Zack. Like, you just find him hilarious, And I was right, actually. When I said that he's completely corrupted her, because go and check Zack Khan's... Should we look at his stories today?
Yes.
No, should we?
Yeah.
We don't get taken off air.
No.
I mean, it's not our... we don't want to get involuntary, sort of done for this. But, yeah. Because like I said, Zack Khan's Instagram is quite different. I mean, I think he's on his 15th... Shush. He's on his 15th account because, I mean, he keeps getting cancelled. So, I mean, Zack was the original, he's the reason cancel culture actually started because of all the stuff he was putting on. I won't go into that right now. But, yeah, so he's on. Calm down, dear. Calm down. What are you laughing at? The story's on. Okay. You all right? Have you been smoking something, dear? Okay, you've been drinking. I'm going to check my wine later. Right, okay, guys, we're going to pull the plunge. We're going to go for it. We're going to quickly look at his Instagram stories. He can't not. I mean, Sunday bless. Okay, that's tame. That's tame. Okay, Sunday sermon. What's that? Black. Oh, what? Okay. Oh, this is out of Coming to America, isn't it? Can we put the sound on? No?
But when I look at these contestants for the Miss Black Awareness pageant, I feel good.
Oh, that's is that not what's that guy's name? He was with Eddie Murphy. Right, okay, I'm gonna go. Okay. Right, okay, I don't know what that one's all about. That's an interesting. When you beat her ass all night and in the morning she cooks you breakfast and she says, "I think I love you." Okay, that's okay. That's well, you're reason you were born into a rich family. Oh God. That's freaking me out. Oh, God, that's freaking me out a bit, that baby. Is that Photoshop? Oh, that's a good one. The crossroad being a single forever. Oh, Zack. Oh, Zack, come on. Can we get taken off for this? This is... you've got to get off. Right. Okay, I think we need to... I think we need to stop there. I think we get the idea for Zack Khan's Instagram. But like I said, the thing with Zack Khan is, he doesn't really post a huge amount about himself. It's all kind of like motivational quotes. and kind of thoughts and feelings. And I remember these pictures. This was back in 2009. This was Kevin Horton shot. This was down at Neil Hill's gym in Tenby. I trained there. Fantastic gym. I mean, it really literally is a dungeon. It's underneath a library in Tenby, this beautiful coastal town in Wales, right in the west side of Wales. Yeah, and Zack used to drive down. He would drive down from Sheffield to Tenby. I think it was. I think it was 7 hours. But he used to drive down. He used to drive down and just basically go and do legs and have sessions, and then he'd literally have his protein drink and he'd drive all the way back. And I think he was doing that every week or every couple of weeks when he was prepping for the 2009 British Finals when he worked with Neil Hill and Kevin Horton. I got Kevin Horton to shoot him for Muscle Mag back in the day, and that's kind of what really kind of launched Zack internationally. Got him with Nutrex and his Weeder contract. And these are good days, man. I mean, God, Zack was such a monster. I mean, you had to see him in the flesh. He was a beast, and strong bastard too. And I was there. I was there for the photo shoot we did in Zack's gym back in right after the British. Was it right after? Yeah, it was not long after we won the British in 2009. Obviously, that's when he kind of went international. But so like I said, I mean, just like I said, it's interesting. That's when Zack won the British finals in 2009. 258 there. That was the best condition he's ever been in. Really, and by bringing him down, he really. Would you rather? I'm not clicking on that because that's going to be crude. So, but yeah, like I said, it's not a great deal really to show, with Zack and stuff like that. But just check it out, follow his stories, and keep an eye on, because he probably will get cancelled again. He'll probably get his account, taken down or whatever. But so yeah, like he does like a sort of lot of what's this one? I recognise this is a 1999 British Grand Prix. New video is up. Oh, hang on, let's have a look. Can we play this?
If you can't run, fucking walk.
If you can't if you can't run, fucking walk. If you can't walk, crawl, and all that. So he does a lot of that kind of motivational stuff, and Zack's fan base is huge. It's international as well. It's like he's still training hard and still a monster. And I went down to see him last year, and it's great, and he seems very happy. And full of, I think with this interview that he just did there, I think he was outrageous when he came to the studio. He was absolutely outrageous. I mean, some of the things he was saying, I think it was our highest viewed episode, one of the highest viewed episodes we've ever had. I think people just love Zack's raw honesty and his humor and his kind of like, I don't give a shit. Are you all right?
He's
okay.
so funny.
All right. Okay, dear. So, but I think in this one, I think I hope you got a feel for like kind of the thoughts and feelings he has, because he has some good ideas. He's a very intelligent guy, and Zack's someone who's always kind of come up with. He's full of surprises, for good and bad reasons. But so anyway, go check out his Instagram, your boy ZK_ZKK. If you put Zack ZACK in, it'll come up, and you can follow and click on him and be motivated and amused by all the stuff he posts every single day. But like I said, got to get Zack back in the studio, because that was such a great one when he came over. Was it last year? Yeah, it was early last year, wasn't it? Back about sort of, it was after I went to see him. It was like February, March time, wasn't it? And then Samson came up and he was in the hot seat. That was really good. That was a good little run of episodes, that one, because when you can physically get someone in the studio, sat opposite, it's always very, very cool. Right, we're going to go to our next guest, Andrew Jacked. Andrew J. Chinidu. I think the Andrew Jacked name is very, very cool. I've been accused of being an Andrew Jacked hater. I really am not. I think he's awesome, and I think he's got a lot of potential for the future. Like I said, I was just critiquing his physique, and you all right?
Yeah, I'm just itchy.
Still, are you itchy? Okay, I thought you were laughing. So obviously big news is Andrew Jacked is in the 2023 Arnold Classic in, 6-7 weeks time now. So very, very excited for that. I'd like to see him a little bit tighter than he was at the Olympia, where he took 8th place. Now, I think he wouldn't have done the Arnold Classic if he didn't think he could win, because it was when the extra $100,000 was announced was when he decided to jump in. So I'm very, so I don't know. Could he win it? Could he beat, he could beat Nick Walker, couldn't he? Nick Walker, Samson, Bonac. He beat Bonac at the Olympia, but can he do it again? Will Bonac look the same? And obviously the big news is now he's now in LA. He's being trained by Psycho Fitness, as you can see. This is the recent post. There he is. There's Psycho Fitness there, so that might make a big difference. Andrew is also now working with Chris Aceto. He had great success with George Farah. Obviously looking to try something new and work with someone, you know, of equal, you know, kind of as good as, you know, Chris Aceto, very, very well respected. Also Kamal's, with Shaun Roden's coach, obviously. Rest in peace. He's Kamal El-Gargni's coach. Very, very sort of well-respected guy. Really brings his guys in well. Changes their food every day. I mean, imagine that, getting like a daily plan. Not a weekly plan, but a daily plan from your coach. I mean, that must be insane. But it just shows you how knowledgeable and how much attention he pays to his clients. So here's Andrew. So let's see what a difference this makes working with Psycho Fitness, Chris, and obviously Chris Aceto. So it's going to be interesting. So so like I said, very excited to see what he's going to bring in just a few weeks' time, you know. So he's not wasting any time. I mean, he was constantly on prep last year. He did the Arnold Amateur. He won the Texas Pro in his pro debut. He won the Arnold UK, and he took 8th place at the Olympia. Don't think anyone would have argued if he'd have been 7th. I'm very interested to see the rematch between Andrew and Samson, because I know Samson was 6th. He was placed higher, and Andrew was 8th. But you know, that's at the Olympia, you know, it's very, very little separating 5th to 9th, really. So it'll be interesting to see who's improved the most and who really, really brings the conditioning and who beats who, really. Because like I said, these two guys are the future, really, Samson and Andrew Jacked. Both tall, you know. And the thing is, they've got big frames, so they can really keep improving. You know, God, his triceps. Wow, look at that. I think he's got bigger. My God. I mean, he's like 290 on stage, you know. I think he was 290. I'm sure he was 292 at the Olympia. I mean, when you physically see him on stage, you realize just how big he is. And he could also fit a lot more muscle because he's, like I said, 6'2". You know, here's a guy that could probably be, you know, way over 300 pounds, you know, almost like Samson is getting close to 300 pounds, you know. And, I hope he doesn't get too big, though. Like Samson, I don't really want to see him 20. I don't think he needs to be 20 pounds heavier than that because, you know, like people see him like Andrew as almost like a taller Flex Wheeler, and Flex Wheeler didn't necessarily even look that much better when he was bigger. In fact, some people prefer when he was a lot lighter and smaller, you know, because obviously the lines and everything else. So I think with different bodybuilders can be very different. That they can look better. Some can look better lighter. Some can look better with more muscle. You know, so it remains, it'd be interesting to see how Andrew's physique develops this next year or two. But I don't think he needs a huge amount of size. I think he just needs a little bit more back, a bit more hamstrings, a bit more sort of detail and stuff like that. And I think he's good to go. I think he's, like I said, I think him and Chriso could be, you know, first call at Olympia. Yeah, this year. I think next year is when we're really gonna see, you know, how close they can get to their potential. So there's not really much I want to see on Andrew's Instagram, really. Also, he's got this new show, isn't it, in South Africa? Yeah. Is that South Africa? Where is it? What countries?
South Africa.
Oh, Mozambique.
Oh, no.
Is that? Where's that?
Wait, hang on, let me see.
Where's Mozambique, Lauren? You're from Africa.
It's near South Africa.
It's near South Africa. Well, the Champagne Productions are the South African promoters, aren't they?
Yeah.
So where is that? Mozambique. Is that?
It's like.
Is that up? Is that just up from the south, like in the mid?
No. So like if this is the tip of Africa.
Yeah.
And this is where Nigeria is, like you know how it goes like this.
No.
Okay.
Come on. Right. So it's Africa.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So anyway. So yeah. So if you're from Mozambique or you want to go compete, go do the Andrew Jacked Classic in Mozambique on what's the date? 3rd of June. 2 days after my birthday.
Sorry, is that a pro qualifier?
It's a pro qualifier. Yeah. It's amateur. Yeah. Amateur. It's not pro.
No. So is it a regional or a pro qualifier?
Oh, I don't know. What does it say? Is it just like it's a pro card qualifier? Hang on. How many pro cards? Doesn't say. Okay, so we're coming in hot for the Andrew Jacked Classic in Maputo, Mozambique. Save the date and let's get jacked. 20 weeks to go registrations. It doesn't say, does it? It looks like could be a regional or... Well, anyway, if you go to the Andrew Jack's Instagram, you can get all the details there. And it's like I said, not a massive amount on here. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, it's great to get Andrew on MD Globe Muscle, and I wish him all the best for the 2023 Arnold Classic. So it'd be interesting to see if he can win it, but he's got to get past Samson and Nick Walker. I'm really interested to see him going up against Shaun Clarida, because that's going to be, Shaun is 5'3", he's 6'2". That's going to be an interesting call out, So, Jacked is my last name. Yeah. Well, it's not technically his last name, but I kind of get where you're coming from, mate. Right, okay, then I'm going to go to the Arnold Sports Festival, because obviously it's really hotting up now for the Arnold Classic. And the big news this week was the fact that Ramy is now in the Arnold Classic, which I did not see that coming at all. Personally, I don't know why he's doing it. I don't know. I don't know. Do you think he should be doing this one? I don't know. Does he think he can win it? I just don't know whether the physique, there's things are going wrong in his physique, and I don't know whether it's smart to jump straight into another prep like this. I spoke about this with Ron Harris in the Power Hour. So, you can hear our opinions on that in the next episode. So, yeah, like I said, I was shocked. I didn't see this one coming. I don't see him coming in as a favourite, because I think I don't know whether he can rectify the triceps, the calves, the lower lats, which really, once they're gone, they're kind of gone. I don't know whether you can get them back. I don't know. So, I'd love to be proved wrong. And like Zack Khan said in the episode, he'd just love to see him come in really big and full. And I just hope he looks better than he did at Olympia. There, I'll say it. I don't think he's going to win it, but I would like to just see him look better than Olympia, because Olympia he did, he looked smaller, and he just didn't look as good as the previous year, and certainly not how he looked in 2020. And also other news was we have another competitor, Patrick Moore, not been seen on stage. I can't remember the last time Patrick competed, actually. I don't think he did that great. I think it was New York Pro or something. It was like 6th, 7th, or was it the year before? Yeah, those photos are from, I'm guessing these were from the 2019 Olympia when he took 10th place. His pose and routine was fantastic, and that kind of really took Patrick up to another level. And then in 2021 and 2022, and I heard he snapped his Achilles. So he's been out for that. So he's been very, very quiet recently. So I was really surprised and, happy to see, Patrick jumping into a contest this big. I'd be interested to see if he's made improvements, and hopefully the Achilles, if that's what happened, definitely is fully healed. And I hope he's just back. It'd be good to see him back up there, feeling and looking great. And so like I said, we don't like to see these guys fall away and fall by the wayside. So, he's coming back into a big show. So fair play to him. It'd be interesting to see if he does any shows after the Arnold Classic as well. Yes, that's pretty much. And obviously we've got Nick Walker and Andrew Jacked in the Arnold Classic. So by the increase of the $100,000 prize money for the first place in the Open, it was a good decision by Arnold and Brian Powers and the team, because it has attracted those names. Although I think Nick Walker was doing it. I've got a funny feeling he was doing it. I think maybe he did. Maybe he made him sweat a little bit and said, "Look, bump the prize money up and I'm in." But I think he was going to do it anyway. I don't know. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So So anyway, like I said, we'll be talking more about the Arnold Classic in the lead up. I'm going to quickly go to Bodybuilders Without Borders, because quickly here is the lineup. So you got Nick Walker, you got Big Ramy, Samson Dowda, William Bonac, Shaun Clarida, Andrew Jacked, Kamal El-Gargni, Justin Rodriguez, Akim Williams, and Patrick Moore. See, that is a good lineup now. That's two call-outs of two groups of very, very high-quality guys. I'd be interested to see if Akim can tighten up to look as good as maybe he did at the 2020 Olympia when he took 6th place. But the back shots, that's the place I think the judge is going to be looking, because that's what pulls him down. Because I believe he had a car accident last year, and he's had problems with his back, and it has reflected in his back shots, which don't look great now. But it'd be interesting to see if he can, tidy that area up again, and kind of be as good as he was in 2020. Because in 2021 there were people saying, could Akim Williams win the Olympia? So it's not that long ago he was, close to the top, so don't count guys like that out. That's all I'm saying. Same with William Bonac. People have even got him in top 5, and I'm just like, are you crazy? The guy's won it 2018, 2020. He was second place last year, arguably could have beat Brandon Curry. I mean, come on. How could you not have William Bonac? He's one of the most consistent bodybuilders on the planet. Look at his career right back from when he was a 212 in 2012, and he switched to open in 2013. And he's just been, the guy's been second in the Open Olympia. He's been third. He's been top 6. He's like the Shaun Ray of his generation. He's one of the best in the world. Like I said, he didn't look his best at the Olympia and fell down to 9th place. But, do not count him out because, like I said, I'm a huge William Bonac fan. Interesting to see how the 212 guys do, Kamalo Gagni and Shaun Clarida. Shaun Clarida, I think, is the one, like I said to Zack, could slip past everyone. And, imagine if he won it. Imagine that 178 pound guy. It doesn't, like I said, weight is irrelevant because pound for pound, he's as big, if not bigger, than everyone on that stage. And I am interested to see how Kamal does as well. Because I saw some pictures today, and he looks good. In fact, we'll go on his Instagram quickly, just because I think with Kamal, when he's not sucking it down to 212, he retains his legs. Because I think as a 212. I do think the sweep comes off his legs because it's got to come off somewhere when guys when they're in condition at 220 and then have to come down to 212. It has to come off somewhere. And with Kamal, it seems to come off his legs. So I think that's partly part of the decision why he now is saying only open from now on. Because at the end of the day, as an athlete, he wants to bring the best version of his physique to the stage. And I think now he feels like he can't do it as a 212. So, so I understand that. And also it is stressful, trying to get 8 pound off when you're already in condition. It must be quite demoralizing for athletes and stressful to try and get that weight off, like Neil Curry did in the Classic, like 15 pound in a week. Are you kidding me? That's it's not safe either. It's not safe. Let's be honest. Let's call it how it is. So, that was pretty much... Oh, I want to show quickly the latest update video of Samson. This is how he's looking. Have a look at the separation in his legs. Like, what is he now? 6 weeks out. Oh, shit. Samson's 6 weeks out there. And for me, he's as separated... The quads are as separated there as when he was on stage at the Olympia. I think. Don't forget, he ain't got any tan or sheen on. That's just him in the gym, chilling. Guy's chest is so... look at the thickness of his chest there. Look at that. That is... he's just improving all the time, isn't he? Yeah. He is, isn't he? He's still... How the hell is he doing this? How is he still improving? It's incredible. I'm trying to pick a fault. His legs. He's huge, isn't he? He's massive. Wow. Yeah, you can see from the back he looks 6 weeks out there, he looks, he's got some work to do. He's not stage ready now, which you wouldn't want to be. Look at that. He's still soft. Maybe 6 weeks will be enough time to get harder. Look, mate, you don't need to be shredded 6 weeks out, if I was looking at this video now and Samson Dowder was shredded 6 weeks out from the Arnold Classic, I'd be like, mate, just slow down the prep a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Pull back a little bit because you don't need to be, I think he's exactly where he needs to be at 6 weeks out. And I'm sure, Milos is his coach, so Milos knows what he's doing. I wouldn't mind seeing him a little bit drier than he was at Olympia because I'd be interested to see if he looked better for it. Because the package he brought to the Olympia got him top 6 in his first Olympia, which is absolutely phenomenal. And I still maintain he should have beat Ramy. So I don't think it doesn't really matter what he weighs, but the separation in the arms all looks good. The quality looks good. And that was pretty much all I wanted to see on there. So I'm going to quickly go to MD Globe Muscle because I want to show a video I posted, which I took actually at the Olympia, of Ramy next to... Look, this is from my phone. This was because they came out in numerical order and Samson's number was basically, one above Ramy. So he got to stand next to Ramy when Ramy first came out at the Olympia, which was very exciting, you know, for Samson fans, for all of us, you know, because we want to see the new guy next to the current champ, you know. So, but come on, Lauren, give me a take. What do you think? Do you think? Would you? I mean, Ramy placed ahead of Samson here. What do you think? Come on, you're really, really looking hard here. Do you think Samson deserved to beat Ramy here? And also, the reason I'm bringing this up is, do you think Samson will beat Ramy at the Arnold? What do you think? I think he will. I think he will, and I think he should have here as well.
Just Ramy is so thick.
I know, and also Samson's not as dry as Ramy. Like, I mean, I suppose you don't look at the glutes and the hamstrings too much, but it is the area a lot of judges will look at for conditioning. But I mean, Samson's not shredded dry there, is he? He's not as dry as he could be. But I think overall, I think the shape. I mean, I'm looking at the flaws on Ramy. I'm looking at like the triceps there, look, they're flat. His arms like really a lot smaller than last. Look there, see? They look flat there, even when he's just in transition. The lower lats, I mean, look at that. The lines there, that's where the lat ends. That's happened in the last. That wasn't like that last year. And look at Ramy's calves. His inner calf, the gastrocnemius, is actually higher. See, look, it's higher than the outer part on his soleus.
Is that supposed to be?
No, it's not, because he's basically. My point is, things are starting to go. The lower lats, the tricep. Look at the triceps are flat. Look there, it's nothing. Like I said, I just hope at the Arnold Classic they don't try and fill those areas, because if he does, I think that's going to be a mistake. I just don't know what he can do to get better. I mean, Zack said just come in bigger for Ramy, but I don't know whether, is he going to be as hard? Is he going to look as good? Is he going to look blocky? I think once those parts of the physique start to go, they go. I don't know whether you can get that back, and I feel bad for saying it. Plus, you know, let's be honest, there's a little bit of that shine there on the shoulder, which you know what that means. You know, it's like every area is affected. So I don't know. I am looking forward to seeing Samson versus Ramy at the Arnold Classic, because I think Samson's good enough to overtake him now. I think Samson's doing this and Ramy is doing that. So so that was all I wanted to show on there, and obviously on the MD Globe Muscle Instagram. So go follow us. I don't post a huge amount on there, but I should really post more actually. So and finally, like I said, just want to give a quick plug to the MD Tiger and Ronster and Tiger Power Hour. This is the 4th episode. By the time you watch this will have been out 2 days. This is the one coming out Monday that we filmed. I think we filmed on Wednesday. And I've watched a little bit already, because I get to see it before it goes out with all the cool edits that Jen does. The COO, she does all the editing. She adds all the stuff that we're talking about. She'll find the footage. She'll put it in, so it's a good visual. But the show's getting really, really good feedback. And what we did, MD did a YouTube survey of who they thought would win the Arnold Classic. So myself and Ron go through the results. We really went through in detail, and I think we answered almost every single comment of what people thought. So please go and check that out. And also, I'm going to buy a nice mic as well, because I like to do it from my laptop. So we need to buy that from Amazon. So just something, basically I just want something to plug into my laptop, because I don't have access to the studio all the time. So so I'm trying to improve the audio. Like I said, we want all the quality of all the MD shows to be as high as possible. I mean, you've seen the effort we go to with the studio, and you know, Lauren there looking tired and hungry. Right, okay, I'll wrap it up then. And also wanted to mention what is his name? Is it Liang Yang? Shuming. This guy. Hang on, look. Hang on. This guy, yeah. The guy who took, was it 5th in Romania in the Open? He won the amateur. I wasn't going to bring his Instagram up. Oh, hang on. We can bring it up. Hang on, quickly. I can bring it up quickly. Yeah, because I've spoke to him. I mean, this guy was sensational. He was the heavyweight winner? Yes. Heavyweight winner, under 100 kilo at the Romania, at the amateur. He won the overall, turned pro, and then, was it 5th in Romania? I mean, it's 5th or 6th in Romania in the Open the next day. So, I mean, everyone's raving about this guy. I mean, we couldn't believe what we were seeing, did we? Yeah, it was freaky. Absolutely amazing. So let me quickly go to his. Here we are. This is the guy. So yeah. So I mean, look at this. I mean, he's 100 kilo. I think it was 100 kilo bang on. So 220. Yes, that's right. He was 220. And I said 8 pounds off that. Imagine him in any 212 show. I mean, look at this guy. So anyway, my point is, I have spoken to him and I said, look, what are you doing next? And he is going to go back to the Romania Muscle Fest. I didn't ask him what category he's doing. But I think if he's doing a show that far away in terms of time, I think he's going to do open. If you're going to do a 212, you'd jump straight in, wouldn't you, in one of the first 212 shows? Because, I mean, you can't gain any muscle because you're 220 on stage, you know? So, he would just grow. He would just, by the start, I think he's one of those guys that would just keep on growing. So, either 212 or open. Look at him. The guy's freaking awesome. And really excited to see what he's going to bring in Romania in November. So, okay then, guys. That is it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Check out the latest issue. I've done it again. Latest issue of Muscular Development. This is actually not the most recent one. We've got the newest one coming with Derek Lunsford in a front relaxed, which is, I don't think it's ever been done before, a relaxed pose. Because obviously Derek had such a crazy shoulder to waist. Steve Bleckman, our boss, obviously thought that was the most striking visual from the Olympia that they could give of Derek Lunsford. And that's why he's got that picture on the front cover. So that's his second front cover in a year. Incredible, isn't it? Right, okay then, guys. Do not forget to hit the notification bell and like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you've enjoyed this episode of MD Globe Muscle. Okay then, guys. I will see you next week for more MD Globe Muscle. I've already sorted out the guest, which is very unusual for me. Yes. And yeah, it is. No, actually, one came to me, which is a very, very big guest. So I'm very excited to do that one next week as well. So for episode 17, yeah. So okay then, guys. I will see you next week for more MD Globe Muscle. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And ladies and gentlemen, we are out.